Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. We're seeing North American stock futures relatively unchanged this morning, a little bit to the upside at this point, reversing some early weakness. The market's coming off another impressive performance yesterday. The NASDAQ notching its 25th record high close for 2020. Seems kind of strange even saying that with everything going on, but yeah, 25 record high closes for the NASDAQ in 2020. The Dow and the S&P, meanwhile, both up about 0.7% yesterday. Since last week, the S&P 500, the Dow and the NASDAQ all up 1.3%, 0.9 and 2.79% respectively. The NASDAQ up 29.68% over the last 3 weeks of trading. So really impressive performance for tech stocks. We got the latest reading on weekly jobless claims in the U.S. out this morning at 8:30. It was a little bit better than expected, 1.31 million filed for jobless claims last week versus 1.39 million expected. Individually this morning, electric vehicle makers back on watch. We have NIO back to the upside this morning. We're also watching Nikola shares. Big move in the pre-market just a little while ago here. Also Carnival Cruise, interesting look this morning, moving to the upside on decent volume as well after announcing they will resume operations over in Germany. It is Thursday, July 9th, 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. And there's a look at Asian markets from the overnight session. You can see a little bit of a mix showing here as well. We had China mostly to the upside there, Shanghai leading the way, full percent in positive territory. Let's go over to Europe and see how things are looking. Yeah, a little bit of a mixed story here as well. The German market there, 1.6% to the upside. Everything else pretty choppy so far. Let's have a look at North American stock futures here. Yeah, back in positive territory for the most part. When I sat down, they were slightly lower, so we are moving in the right direction. The NASDAQ once again leading things to the upside, 0.6% already. TSX futures here in Toronto basically flat. We have Brazil open already, 0.17% in positive territory. Bitcoin, crude oil, and gold all to the downside so far. It is going to be an interesting one again today, guys. We have a lot of things to get to here in the pre-market so far this morning. A lot of electric vehicle stocks moving around this morning. Yeah. Speaking of Brazil, Neil, you were just saying Bolsonaro suggesting in a live stream to use hydroxychloroquine.
No, I think he took it live during a live stream because he's the well, whatever. I'm not even. I don't even know what to say about that. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I got my new shirt here. You guys had the right shot, man. It's the fruit salad time, guys. Yeah. And I'll tell you, it's definitely good luck, if only because I didn't have it on right away this morning and absolutely destroyed my shin on a coffee table in our green room. So if you see me limping around at some point, that's what it was. But now I got the shirt on, so it's not going to happen again. I do still want that Brendan Goat one, obviously. And if you like that merch, you guys know you can jump in there and go into that store and pick it up. I love this one, but I really want that Goat shirt. There's one name, I put it into the chat here. We didn't get Big Five Sporting Goods into our watch list, but it is going to be something we're all over today, at least looking at it. I'm just watching it consolidate here. So BGFV, make sure you're watching that name as well. I'm not sure it got on that list.
Here we go. I'll do one for you here, Neil. Yeah, thanks for the shirt there. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, guys, we have the merch available now as well. But yeah, good morning to everybody. It should be a fun one. It's 9:05 today. It's a good watch list. You see Alibaba moving around. Your Big Five Sports, they're moving around. NIO moving around. I mean, Tesla, everything's going to be on play. You guys know the drill here. And Alibaba, what a huge monster that was yesterday. We were going long 240, closed day, 260 up today, 270 and change. So big day here today, hopefully coming on board.
Yeah, a lot of strength coming from Chinese related stocks in general. JD.com, another one. QD, another one to the upside this morning. Let's have a look at the top 10 traders here at Day Trade the World, how they fared yesterday. Big numbers on this list. Yeah, 6 figures, guys. 116,000 coming out of mostly U.S. markets here. there, Amex, the CME futures there, NASDAQ in New York. You can see 88,000, same story. As far as the markets are concerned, 17,000 in New York. We have some Europe coming out of Europe, 16,000 yesterday. So yet another big time day for traders here at Day Trade the World. Let's have a look at what is coming up so far or later on in the show this morning. We have another educational video for you. Great one out yesterday. We did get a little bit of mix up as far as the video is concerned, but that video has been published once again over on our Market Wisdom page. So make sure you head over and check out yesterday's. Today, we're going to talk about trade management. So we talked about identifying stocks when it comes to swing trading. We talked about how to enter swing trades. Now we're going to talk about what to do once you're in a trade. So that's coming up towards the end of the show. We also have a very, very exciting segment to record this afternoon at 1 p.m. Join us live once again right here. We're going to talk about our great sponsor here, Day Trade the World, and some opportunities that exist with Day Trade the World. So come back again at 1 p.m. and join us for that. Coming up, we're going to get to what is moving in the pre-market. Let's first go over to the desk and say good morning to Valeria.
Good morning and hello everyone. Welcome to the live trading show. Guys, sign up to our daily free watch list at the link I'm sending on the chat and subscribe to this channel to receive notifications when we are back on air. Guys, please hit the thumbs up. We really need your support. I wish you a great trading day and let's get it started. Back to Brandon.
Yes, let's do that. Let's get started. We have lots to get to so far this morning. We're going to start off with NEO once again this morning, moving around in the pre-market. 500 plus million shares traded yesterday. Anytime a stock trades that kind of volume, got to watch it the next day as well. So we are back to the upside today. The stock's up 43%. Since reporting robust both monthly sales numbers and quarterly sales numbers back on July 2nd. 500 million plus shares yesterday, guys. What do we do with NIO today?
You traded, I guess, but I'm going to go short right now, 1340 here coming up. So that's going to happen hopefully for us soon. Yeah, yesterday's run, guys. I mean, there we go. We are now into this short. It does crash down, so we're short right now, 1339. It does crash down here yesterday, make a bottom of 12. And just looking at yesterday's chart here, 1360 here, a little bit of a top. We go short 1340. That's this bunched up area here, breaking down through 1325, I guess is the next step. We'll see what does happen here, though, in the pre-market. I'm already short, but I've made this mistake too many times. I'm not heavily into the short. We're going to wait to see what happens, let the market open up, because look at this, guys. There is a little 1.7 million share buy imbalance that we have to deal with off the open. So that's going to have to come through, get cleaned up a little bit, and then we'll see how it trades. But Neil, you were bringing up a point to me earlier, and I already know it because I've gotten screwed on it a couple of times. But the early move is not necessarily the true one, right?
Yeah, we've seen fake outs on this stock before, and I'm trying to resist the temptation to get in before the opening range gets put in. I did put a trade on. We talked about Big Five Sporting Goods. I mentioned in the chat there it was consulting. I want to quickly get to that one for you. Sean's hit NEO sort of out of the park there, and I kind of want to be patient with it. BGFV, it just broke out of that consolidation, 380 to 4 even. Broke to the downside. I took a short at 74s. Already out some 64, 54 in front of that 350. The next leg down would be about $3. I'm not sure it's going to go all the way there. It was positive earnings, but I mean 100% move on Big Five Sporting Goods, a little bit overdone for me. So once I saw consolidation lower, I jammed in there. I'm looking at that NEO, and I'm probably saying to myself 14 even to 14.10. If it does any kind of a push into that range, I'm probably going to be interested to see if I can fade that one in case this is a fake out. So I'm kind of anticipating a fake and then maybe a chance to jump into a move off the open if it does fail around that price.
Impressive move yesterday for Nikola as well to the upside, 30+% to the upside. We're already, guys, up more than 9% this morning. If you go out to a daily time frame, we're right back to the bottom end of this kind of support area from that initial consolidation that ended up breaking to the downside. So 60 here could be a good area.
I mean, I tweeted out yesterday, and those of you, thanks again for everybody following me on Twitter there. We got out for a $5 or $6 winner yesterday, just holding it into the afternoon. Nikola, we were, dancing with the devil in here somewhere, and then we eventually wound up holding the whole thing, not the whole thing, I think a third or whatever it was at the end there. But yeah, today, guys, I mean, we get as high as $61. Not many levels really to look at here as far as what's been happening in the pre-market. I obviously like a $60 break. It bumped up there a couple times. Good look on the daily chart as well. Not much happening. Obviously, this comes from VTIQ, but you're going to wait to see. 60 was a little bit of a bounce spot. It closed a couple times. 59.30, 59.40. Look, I mean, this is not going to be a play based on levels or anything like that, in my opinion, anyways. You just got to play the momentum. The spread opens up, but it's not a crazy stock. Once the market opens, you know, there's liquidity there. It's already 1.5 million shares. Yesterday, they get the upgrade for the price target from JP Morgan of $45. Adios, amigos. Well above that one. Oh, thank you. I see a nice little, I missed that one. Sorry.
Yeah, N4 RMT.
Wanted to look at AYRO. Brendan, AYRO was a name that we hit it on Monday when you weren't here, but that's another one of those electric companies. So AYRO. You know what, Neil? Do you want to do that rate? Do you have AYRO?
Yeah, I literally have one thing on Nikola. It's the same thing as you. It's just that 60. You can see when you pull up a 5-minute. Just look at the last few sessions there. AYRO was a good stock. I mean, obviously, Brendan, you weren't here when we were trading it on Monday. I was looking for a secondary push on this one yesterday. Was not able to find the kind of the move that I was kind of hoping for on yesterday. It never really gave me that sort of test down around that bottom and bounce off of 6 kind of opportunity, and that just means it was a little bit bullish. But it did eventually test that in the afternoon, and now we're gapping up off of that test. So that's kind of a bullish look for me. If it's ever breaking $6, if you're looking for bullish here, sorry, I'm probably going to be selling that $6 mark after it's failed to sort of push through 750. But you could have a 7 even break. The problem there is it runs into yesterday's high at 730. That's more of a scalp for me. If it does break out there, I'm probably going to take that long through 730 as well. But that's probably scalp trades all the way up to that 820 high that it had before, as opposed to me thinking it's just going to go one and done through that price.
You know, we've also got this one as well. I'm with you on BGFV right now.
Sweet.
Yeah, shorting a couple shares there through 350, sorry. We got 47, so boo-hoo on that one. But nice little out there. We're catching some out already at 43. Looks like a nice, I don't have my executions on here, guys. There we go. That's why you couldn't see my NIO trade. I was wondering what was going on. Here we go. Short right now, BGFV. Okay, that's why we're shorted. We don't know what it is. So we're going to go short that name. And yeah, nice little win to start the day here on that one. Thanks, guys, for AYRO. And thank you for that big super chat. And welcome, Hamza Chowdhury, our newest member, guys. If you want to be a member of our show, it's been great. That's been a great support. We really love that you guys are doing that. $5 a month gets you a bunch of different things. And we are going to be joining with a few, all of our members that have joined. We are going to hopefully have a few more interesting things to come for our members as well.
Yeah, a little bit of a headline on that AYRO as well, guys. If you want to throw up my screen here, we'll have a look at an electric food cart. Guys, they're getting into the electric food cart space with Gallery Carts. So they've launched an all-electric mobile food solution for point-of-demand hospitality markets, which I guess is a fancy way of saying they're making food carts electric. So that's pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool looking vehicle there. Let's go to Carnival Cruise, guys, next. The first of the cruise lines to come out and say that they are resuming operations, but this one over in Germany. So Carnival's Ada Cruises, which is based out of Germany, they operate in Germany and throughout Europe, set to resume cruising August 5th. So the first one set to leave August 5th in Germany. So Carnival up on that news today. Worth noting, Norwegian also higher today. They filed an SEC filing yesterday suggesting that they're no longer worried about going concern worries. So they're fine as far as their cash flow is concerned. So we can look at Norwegian or CCL, guys.
I was going to look at just quickly on the CCL here, because it's 1620 area that you see as a pre-market top. If you go a little bit further back, there was some chop in this area for multiple sessions in a row. So I'm a little bit, I'm not saying, that's not about concerned about that break price. I just feel like if it breaks that 20, it might have a little bit of runway to get through to that 1640, 1650 mark before it could really get going. So I would be a little bit concerned. And what I would like to see happen then is if it does do that little failure option past 20, that failed breakout, I'd rather not take that long and then see if it gives you either a quick short or it makes a hard bottom in front of this pre-market low level, 1575 we're at right now. And then that could be a jump off price for what I think might be a little bit better of a long opportunity. But I wouldn't hesitate to jump into that short if it goes up and fails at 40 and then comes back in, maybe short that 20 for a quick little scalp trade, guys.
Yeah, I actually love that CCL, and I was telling this to Brent. I love that 1620 level. Let me call it back up there. Was just checking out that BGFV back through 350. Okay, yeah, 1620, big spot there. Look, it was, I gave this to Brent, I talked about it July 1st there. 1620 was the bottom here. So if you draw a little line right across, it's not a bad spot to figure this out. But again, it's not, the news is funny because it's, Ada Cruise said on Thursday it will resume sailing operations. I don't know if that's the big thing or not. I don't think they don't have the green light yet to go sailing worldwide or anything. So we're going to wait to see. But it's positive news. Look, the world's turning around here. Just close your eyes at some of those U.S. COVID numbers, and maybe you would want to go long CCL.
It is. It's worth mentioning, guys. It is in Germany only, so it's a smaller arm of Carnival Cruise. Ada Cruise Lines, which is based in Germany, operates only in Europe. So they're set to resume on August 5th. Twitter, guys. The next one. We'll have to have a look at Twitter. Obviously, huge move yesterday. 7+% to the upside. They posted that job listing suggesting that they were working on a subscription-based platform. They quickly pulled that down. They reposted the ad later in the day, just worded slightly different. So Twitter has to be back on watch here again today, guys. Obviously positive once again in the pre-market.
You know what?
I mean, it's like
I like the short. Actually, I kind of like the short on Twitter, to be honest with you. $35 held a couple times there yesterday. I think we could probably break that today. Look, subscription service is great. We see what's happened to Spotify. We see, I mean, Apple, I don't even want to look at an Apple chart. I mean, I'm really happy about Apple. Bang that one out. But that chart's been going nuts, and we see what happens there. The Apple TV, now they have the Apple Pay. I know we're talking Twitter here, but they're looking for other ways to monetize. And right now, their ARPUs, revenue per user ARPU, that's my favorite new measure there. That one has been down. I think their ARPU is like $20 per user, and Facebook's is $30. So if they can get it up and figure out some advertising, obviously with Facebook being there right now, civil rights, there's a lot of some overhang there. Maybe they can pick up some business. But yeah, Twitter, look, they're obviously getting a bounce also from TikTok and talks of that being banned. So if that does get banned, then social media is going to be, some of these US companies obviously will get some, you know, flow over from that. So I think that that's probably what Twitter's going on as well as a subscription service. So look, if it's a weak market today, I'm going to short 35. But right now, I'm not trying to short any tech stocks though, guys.
Yeah, I'm watching firmly at that 37. You get news like that, and you get a big parabolic move up, and then watch where it resists. If it does resist at a key level, and just going back to the daily chart, you can sort of see beginning of June here, 37 top, big rollover starting here in sort of end of February, early March, right at that 37 mark. So that's a key price, obviously, here for Twitter. If it does make any kind of a bullish move up, watch out for that 37 level. If that's where the turn is, you know, early, maybe one of those lunchtime turns, 11 o'clock, 11:30, and it makes a top for whatever reason, I'm going to be shorting in front of that 37, and then look out for that as a potential break in the near future. But I'm sort of with Sean. My initial thought is you do see an awesome opportunity after turning at that level to have a bit of a short. So, you know, I don't want to fight the market necessarily on the same way, but if we do find ourselves running to the downside, Twitter is a tech name I think I'd feel more comfortable jumping in front of just because of that resistance.
All right, guys, yet another day to the upside for Alibaba. We talked about it yesterday. Their fintech arm, Ant, filing for an IPO in Hong Kong. That was going to raise as much as $200 billion for Alibaba. Needham as well out this morning, initiating coverage on Alibaba with a buy rating, price target of $275. Yeah, here we go with Alibaba to the upside again today.
Yeah, we swing that big stick because yesterday it was a little bit of this kind of action there on Alibaba, and I see you, Eric. I see a lot of traders tweeting at me yesterday and thanking me for that trade and thanking themselves for taking it. Look, it's not me and Neil just giving you guys the ideas. You're the ones hitting the keys there. So there we go. Oh no, my board shows me long BGFV. I saw that. No, I'm short, guys. So I'm short BGFV and getting out here in 30. So if that's incorrect, I apologize, and we are working on that. Okay, 247. This is what we looked at yesterday, man. As soon as it broke through here, we were hella long this stock all the way up. I talked about it heading towards 260 there. Now today we get that break and bang, B at GFV. We'll talk about that in a minute, but an early banger right there. Okay, 268 to the top side. Look, there's been some talk about that Ant arm that they're going to be not IPOing, but well, I guess it's an IPO over there. Fintech in China, but about that valuation. But hey, if that valuation is correct, then this is probably good too. We're going upside here today, 268, 269. Let's just watch out. No levels to look at. I don't think we retrace back to 258, so this is just a momentum play. Let's wait to see. 900,000 shares, but this is what we're celebrating right here, guys. We are short this name, and I'm going to switch it back over to a 1 minute. This is Big Five. Thank you to Neil and Brendan for bringing this to our attention and to you guys as well. Down here, nice little out right now, short 47s.
Yeah, I'm getting close myself, Sean, to taking more shares out here. If it can't break that 330 off of the open, sometimes you see a retest to the upside. So I don't want it to give it all the way back to that 380, but I do think that 380 to 4 zone is going to be interesting. If we hold that on any pop off the open, you almost got to reload at that price. So I do like this name. You're right about no levels on Alibaba. That's the story here. It's pure momentum play. If it holds the bottom in the pre-market, man, that's going to be a bullish sign off the open.
All right, guys, let's go to Square. Cohen out this morning downgrading Square to, what was it, market perform from outperform, noting a 200% run up since the lows that we hit back in March. And all of the benefits that came from that Cash App business that was recently launched are now priced in. This is Cohen's words on Square today. So Square, a little bit to the downside this morning, if I can find my screen. There we go. Yeah, 1% to the downside this morning, but still, I mean, we're basically in that range from midday yesterday still.
I mean, what the heck is a market perform in this space? I mean, we just talked about fintech going nuts. You see PayPal. PayPal was my call of the year. So again, we'll hit a banger for that one. That's been a nice little stock there if you've been trading PayPal with us. Okay, Square downside now. You do get this break yesterday. I mean, these are just kind of obvious levels. I'm going to look at 130 though for this to be a real downgrade. I'm not going to play in this little mess of an area. Like I said, I do not want to short this name unless we get a definite reason to do that. And I don't mind 130. There's a bunch of, between 130 and 131, there was a few issues here back yesterday. So let's just see if that can break through 130 again. And if it does, then we'll go short. In my own account, I did sell some off at 120. So yeah, pie on face on that one.
It's worth noting, we keep saying those like little chop zones. When you're doing momentum plays and when you're talking about breakouts or breakdown trades, you definitely want to be wary of zones where there's going to be a significant amount of sideways action. And that's sort of the idea between 130 and 131. I'll give one more here. And we made that move to 135, failed to get there, come back in, gapping to the downside. If we can't take it, if we do a failed break at the pre-market high that doesn't take out the high of day, by noon, that can be a nice little sign to jump into a bit of a short and might get a sell-off into the afternoon on a Square. And that's probably the play I prefer in a stronger name like this if you don't get a 130 break to that downside, guys.
All right, guys, let's go to Bed Bath & Beyond. The only real notable earnings name today, Bed Bath & Beyond, reporting a quarterly loss, I think to be expected, given everything that is going on. They also announced they're going to close 200 retail locations in an effort to cut costs and limit overall risk during the pandemic, trying to weather the storm here. Also had multiple analysts making moves on this one today. Jefferies raising the price target $9 from $5.50. Raymond James cutting their price target to $12 from $13, and Wedbush raising their price target to $14 from $12. So BBBY, big move down yesterday after market. We're opening near those lows, it looks like, guys.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is that you can obviously see the rebound that they had been on, and it's actually looking like a bit of a trend that that's continuing to form. This could be the turn. Watch out for $9 if that's going to break in the near-term future. And I'm looking to probably fade 10 even. I'm just sort of focusing on the daily chart here. It's only done 500,000 shares pre-market, so post earnings. 500,000 shares on a $10 stock, well now $9.50 a stock. That's not a tremendous amount. It's worth noting here there is a bit of an iceberg at $9.40. So if there is a bounce off of this price at the open, watch out if we take that one out, guys. We're going to be all over that. Brendan, we only have about 6 or 7 minutes to go here, and we mentioned one off the bat, DSS. Now, you and I were both looking at this one. I saw this fantastic consolidation here after the massive gap up. We don't have any locates, so I tried to short this one through 10.50, but we didn't have any shorts available for us. If you are looking at this, I was watching this $9 area. If that levy were to break as well, I think that could be interesting for a short. We can only look long. So for me, I don't think it's taking off the top anytime soon, but you might want to see a retrace through that 10.50 area that I was first looking to go short, chop up to that 11.25. That could give you a scalp win. But I'm not going to force anything long in a name that I wanted to be playing the gap fill.
All right, let's go to Walgreens, another earnings name, guys. WBA in New York, they reported a quarterly loss as well, pointing towards pharmacy volume that was significantly lower, fewer people going to the doctor, fewer people requiring prescriptions overall. So Walgreens Boots Alliance, another one with a down move so far today. If you look at the daily time frame, though, WBA at a bit of a support level, that 40 area might come into play today.
We can look at that quickly. Yeah, WBA. I do like. Oh, of course, it shows NY here. There it goes, NQ. Yeah, NQ, of course, just the moniker here for our NASDAQ. So although it's a big Dow component, $40 right here coming through. You're going to see $39.50. I like that level as well. But yeah, $40, why not? The only problem is, again, it's going to be pretty thin, I think, off the open. So we are going to have to watch it. But not a good quarter, guys. Walgreens Boots Alliance. I mean, pharmacy volume fell, they said, on our watch list. That's not a good sign in a pandemic. So I'm not liking that. Increased supply chain costs. I mean, it's all the wrong words, man. I mean, if you want to talk about some of these stocks recovering, this stock hasn't at all. I mean, you can go down to the March lows here of the market, and sure, they bounced back here. I'm not even sure why that happened, but now you're coming back to the downside again, and this is not a big recovery play at all. We're actually right back down to these March lows, and let's just wait to see what happens with Walgreens Boots Alliance. I mean, I like it actually going through $40 to the short side, and I think we'll take a little sniff at it.
Yeah, it's a big support level, and if it's going to break, it's got to go. I mean, anytime you're talking about low margin sales increasing, I'm like, they did for everybody. So if that's going to hurt you, that's going to be a problem there. And it's a name that you would have expected to fare better. It did not. Just watch out. There was a break of that 40 support back in March, and it didn't get very far before turning. So, I might be watching out for a little bit of that. Maybe it goes 10, 15 cents and fakes you out. I don't want that to be the reason that I get burned. So I might want to take it easy off of the open and make sure it's got a sustained move in it. Brendan, you got one that's on my eye at the big screen there.
Is Brendan still alive over
there? We're having a little difficulty. It's fine. AIM Immunotech here, AIM on the NYSE ARC exchange, 3% to the upside. They're teaming up with another company to work on COVID-19 treatments for cancer patients. So a little bit of news for AIM. This actually came out aftermarket yesterday. You can see the big pop. I just want to point out this resistance from the aftermarket, 265, already kind of coming into play here. It's bouncing along that 265. So want to see it get below that 265. Otherwise, any kind of uptick, if you go out to the daily time frame, 280 up to $3, big time resistance for AIM. So 280 to 3 on the resistance end, needs to get below 265 if it's going to continue to the downside, guys.
Yeah, what's cool about AIM is just how tight this range has been for just a couple of months now, with a 220 bottom up to around that 3. Every time it breaks it, it sort of comes back in slowly, and you kind of know where it's going to be headed. So it gets below that mark. On a swing, you're looking to get down into that 2-quarter range. I'm not sure it gets there in one day. If you just look at the price action, it is tightening things up, but I think it gets you that 10% return that we like to look for on those. With 2.5 minutes to go, I just want to get back to a big 5. I'm not going to say BGFV every time because I'll probably bungle it. So big 5 here. It literally bounced away off my order at 3/4. Might as well throw that one out here. If it's going to make a move off the open, it could be a little bit bigger to the downside. But that 3/4 that we thought it would get to, yeah, it kind of gave me the shot at about a 50-cent win. I'm still hanging on to that last quarter of the position, and I want to reload that 375, 380 area. As long as we hold below 4, you're probably going to see me net short this one throughout the day, guys.
Okay, so we're going to see. There we go. Nice. Yeah, bang.
Yeah, there it is.
Bang! Nice little win there. Big stick time again. See ya, BGFV. We just tweeted that out. So big time. Big time win. Yes, sir. We'll say dada for that one.
Yeah, honestly, I just smacked out there. I got 311s out. I'm gonna take that one and run. If I can get a 63 center right before the open and the volume comes in, I'm gonna take that in the last quarter. Monster short there at 374. 90 seconds left to go, guys. Already a
we
fantastic
average into our NIO position.
Yeah, watch out NIO there at 1350. That's coming back to. And that Walgreens is right at $40, guys.
It sounds like we're panicking here, but we still have a minute and a half to go. We're just getting super excited here because of BG. Big 5. Let's just call it Big 5 because you're right. We're gonna screw that up, especially with Bed Bath & Beyond coming through there as well. Good out there. My best out was 15. We do have some orders below, so let's wait to see if that goes. Neil with the nice out there. Also, look at this, guys. We just did short Neo there. Again, our initial short. You saw me take this one live, guys, and then we waited on it, so now we get a little bit more up here at 65. Our average price still pretty garbage, 47s, but that's right where we are right now. Let's check in on the imbalance locator. Guys, welcome today. NIO, still 1.85 million shares to buy. Ooh, Slack. We didn't talk about Slack today, so we'll look at work. Baba, big boy Baba. There it is. We'll see what that one wants to do as well. But there it is, Big 5, Neil, crashing down, and I just got 10s there or something. So nice little out there on Big 5. So we're gonna wait to see how this keeps going. So yeah, big day alert. Hopefully today, not a big day yet. We'll wait to see. Nicola also, guys, breaking through 60 could happen off the open as well.
Yeah, 20 seconds to go. We're going to talk about AIHS, I promise you guys, but we're rubbing up at the open, and watch out for this consolidation. If we break that 2-quarter mark, it's going to be a big one, possibly for the downside retracement.
CCL, we're waiting
but we got to drop that countdown because the market is coming, and that was a little slow to trigger there, so it might be a little bit delayed. But it is Thursday, guys. We have Valeria on the bell, and here is this market 2-1. We are open. Watch out for that Walgreens.
We're watching
immediately at that $40 mark, guys.
Yeah, watch out for Walgreens. Did I put that order in? Yes, I did. So Walgreens are going to wait for that break. Okay, Neo. Okay, I see you, Neo. We're going to go downside now and see if we can't take some out here. 35s. Nice little short at 47 right now. NIO. So just put an order in there. Let's see how this one plays off that bid imbalance, guys.
Yeah, and Walgreens holds the first look at 40 even, guys. That's the first time it tests it. I was looking at the level 2. There is a little bit of a buyer there. It's not a gigantic one, but it is holding at least for now. So it looks like it's going to be a significant one. That's what I'm going to trigger into. I got out of Big 5. I'm going to look for a re-entry into that one at 370. But I said Neo sometimes tries to fake you out. So there's the dip to the downside off the open, and then already starting to come back up. So there goes the Walgreens to 40. I got the short there at 96. We'll see if we can't work that one to the downside, guys.
Yeah, same. And bang it out. Yeah, Neil, bang. Right away already. Woo! What a day, what a day. Here goes WBA to the downside. Bang out W5. Bang out Big 5. NIO, Walgreens, let's go. Neil and I've got this. Check our watch list. The party is here, baby.
And this is the best thing about it. Big 5 we got is a late edition, and I want that. Look, guys, I want that shirt. Don't tease me with it. Neo to the downside. What did we say? Neo was going to try to fake you out. Yeah, tried to fake you out to the upside. I jumped in here at 61. I'm going to see if we can't get a break of this little low here, 1330. Then we'll take some out and play every single pullback that we can get. Neo, 2 days in a row getting the flush, but tried to fake you out. It does it every single day, guys.
Boom, guys, what a day already. Look at this short. BGFV, 43 cents in the money. NIO, 25 cents in the money. Walgreens, Boots Alliance, cashed out their 40s? Okay, what up, B?
Guys, we were talking about Alibaba. Here's JD.com. All-time highs as well for JD above the pre-market high there. Just got taken out. 68.75, up about 5% for JD as well, guys.
Guys, here we go. NIO getting some out. Nice little out. Look at this bottom out on NIO. Wow. That was a good one. Let's see how much lower we can go. But yeah, today's big day alert for sure. Already out of Walgreens here. We have 30% left. Let's just see how much upside this one has right now. But NIO, bang that one out. Roller coaster today, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, and we want to keep our eye on CCL as well. We're talking about this one, that 1620 area. No movement. There was a bit of a fade to the downside, and we're right back to the open price. So it's not doing anything yet. We do have our eyeballs on it right now. I'm looking at the pullback in Neo and seeing if I want to get back involved in it. But I want to talk about LMND. I missed this one yesterday. I don't want to do this again. Lemonade's a big pivot through 72 and 74. But 69.20, if it takes that one out, look for the shorts on LMND. The floodgates could really open up below that price, guys. And then 68 break is even bigger than that, LMND.
Yeah, nice look there. And Walgreens continues to go down. Look, guys, I mean, again, it's not fruit salad time. Neil's wearing the shirt, but it might as well be. We've already hit our goal today, but we're not stopping. There's hell no way we're stopping trading right here. NIO, look at this. We finally learned from our mistakes and get out and take some profit there on that position. So good little trade there. I'm pretty sure here, space to the upside. Let's check that out as well. Whoa, we missed this one, 1750 all the way up. I guess there wasn't much to talk about until just now, but Virgin Galactic, I don't know, news here maybe, Brendan, we'll look that up, but space right now making that move. WBA, bang, that one's out. Big stick hitter right there. So we get out of WBA, guys. Nice little 60 penny winner to start the day.
Yeah, I was seeing if we get to that 39 mark. We didn't get there, unfortunately, but that AIHS, it did make the break of that 2-quarter. It looks like it's going to be an interesting short for me in front of 250, guys. But Brendan, what do you have?
Yeah, real quick on that AIHS, guys. No additional news. Just double checked on this. Big, huge volume spike in the pre-market for this one, 71%. No additional news. Remember, this was a big mover from yesterday. Same story for The other one that you guys were just mentioning as well, I forget it off the top of my head now, but I did double check. No news there either, guys.
That's kind of what I was. That's what I was looking to see there for AIHS. That there was not additional news. I didn't want to be blind, and yeah, I'm going to miss out on what might have been 5 to 10 pennies worth of a better entry. But I wanted to be dead certain that there wasn't anything that I was missing. I'm not going to be in it until right here at about 213. I would like it in front of that 2/4. That was the level that we gave you guys off the open. If you have it early, fantastic. If it breaks 2. That's going to be even better. But I do see Walgreens coming back to that 39.50 mark, and I might have to take this one out for only that 50-cent win instead of getting what I thought might have been a $1 move off the open there.
Yeah, all the clips, 9:30, we can start clipping right away there for some of those action shots. Okay, BGFG right now, yeah, good little job there on that one. Square Nile. Oh, Nicola, what's up with Nicola there? We haven't even looked at that yet. I was waiting for a 60 break. That looks like a legit spot as it bounces off there, so get ready, Nicola, guys. I like to take that through 60. That is for damn sure. And Neil right now coming back to the downside. We've just taken some out. I am nervous about this one. We've seen this one run. Yesterday it took off, so a little bit nervous. I'm not looking for longs right now. Still holding a small short. BGF5 there coming back down. What a big win that's been. What up, Brandon?
My all-time high board this morning going crazy, guys. CrowdStrike here. Huge move into the close, even aftermarket yesterday, extending those gains all-time highs today for CRWD. Guys.
Wow, bigger mover, of course. I want to get to that DSS, of course. We did mention this one. It did flush off the open. Of course, we cannot short it. So we're only looking at long breaks, and I'm targeting about 10.50. If it does want to give us that price, it does look like right now that's very, very unlikely, but it is one of the biggest movers on the board. I want to make sure we're monitoring it all session long. It's just AIHS, NEO, and Walgreens that we have, and all of them in the money, and all of them been winners. But Big 5 was the bigger one. And it just bounced off at $3. It actually feels like we can get a break at 3 and get back into the trade. We got out in front of it, pull back. I'm now looking at 350. So a break at 3 even, we'll probably get back involved once again. And here's Neo back below that 13.50 mark. So I reloaded and we'll take some profit out now that we're back below that price.
And bang it out again. We're short BABA right now. We're short right here, 40s, 364.40. It drops all the way down, $1 plus in the money. We did talk about BABA. There was some talk there about it maybe being a little bit overpriced. So we're going to wait to see what does happen now with Alibaba to the downside. That flush might have been it. If it does come back up, we'll get out here, 365 and change. But right now, Alibaba, short side. Yeah, this 5 stock here, Big 5. What a winner that is, guys. This is a 50-cent winner on a $3 name. So if you're looking for return, there you go on that one. We did get a big super chat today, Neil, as you know, about AYRO. So we will always look at that. If you guys want to get our attention, super chat us.
Wow.
$7. We're going to wait.
Guys, I'm going to hit the roller coaster, and I apologize if it ever showed me long on Neo. I was never short. I was never long. I only took multiple short positions.
Oh, God.
I did take these profits out when we just retook that 13.50, and I'm looking to play pullbacks again. So I know there's a few issues we're having with that board. We're going to get those fixed out, and if you notice it, thank you for watching that one, Nick. I just got into that Big 5 again on a break, and of course, like I said, I took it out in front of 3. It then broke 3. It's going to be a tighter stop on the trade. The secondary push, if it doesn't hold 320, I'm going to be right out of that one. I'm not going to throw this money away we already made in Big 5. It's my best stock of the day. Walgreens is back at that 40 mark. If we hold below here long enough, this is going to be a banger, guys. And AIHS, this short, yeah, we broke that $2 mark. Yes, we gave you 2 quarters, but for reasons that I gave you, 213 is where I got in. I didn't want to be trading blind. It's already a 10% return to the downside, more if you took it early. These shorts are coming in like a banger because there goes the market, Sean.
There goes the market. Here's Alibaba. We give chicken dinner winners to everybody today. Bang, that one on the offside, guys. Look at Alibaba. Yesterday we destroyed this thing long, and now $3 winner to the short side. Booming right there. Floss it off. Look at this. Keeps going down, 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 down. Neil, you got to wear my fruit salad shirt more often. 261.66 to the downside right now. $2+ winner on Alibaba. So bang that one out, guys. Follow me on Twitter. We're going to have all of these plays. I mean, even earlier on today, guys, at TraderTV Sean. Thank you for the nice words. BGFE, we talked about that one. We talked about BABA today as well. Guys, follow us all on Twitter. $3 now in the money on Alibaba. Go, go, go. I said we may not see this 258. Maybe we do. But where's 260? Come on. $4? Let's go, baby.
What an insane move in bet Bed Bath & Beyond, my goodness, guys, 940, it just hit 830, so a big dollar move to the downside. BGFV just breaks 320, so the last short on the way down, if you play my style, it's a bit of a hit here, but we've already taken a monster win, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm looking at 350 for a bigger pullback, but right now, Bed Bath & Beyond is just getting absolutely smashed, down 21%. Remember, short sell restricted for us. That's going to mean I cannot hit that bid. I need to play any kind of a pullback, catch an uptick to join this party. And when you look at that daily chart, it is past that 9 support level, next level down, $8 even right there at the SMA, guys. Brennan, what do you have?
Clean energy, guys. We talked about this one yesterday. CLNE starting to go here again, just popped up on a volume scanner there as we broke day highs, but pulling back into this pre-market level, 320. If you remember yesterday, they teamed up with Chevron to develop some clean energy initiatives. So CLNE, one to watch as well, guys.
And there goes Walgreens bouncing off of that 40 mark. So I am sort of glad that I did hang on to this. I thought we'd get a little bit more of a move here. Should have reloaded on the way back down, but it was kind of moving quickly, and I was getting back into Big 5 at the time. So I think we'll get that dollar mark that we were looking for right in front of that 39. I still got those 96s to the short side here. And of course, AIHS also in the money as well, that 213 short, guys. NEO is basically hanging out here, 1340 to 1350. So I do feel like if it doesn't make a move up soon, it's probably going to be a chance to get more shares in short and then test that 13 low. It's worth noting it's bounced at exactly the same price on those wicks each time at 1320. So if 1322, if that goes, watch out below.
What did we just get hit on there? Yeah, NEO, guys, ringing it out here today. Look at this. Bang, bang, bang. We still have some on. I hope it shows me short. No, it shows me long. What a mistake again. So, yeah, our board not working out, guys. We have reported that. So that's the problem. But right now, short NIO right here, 1365. We almost got to figure that out, guys, that board, because it needs to be right. We are shorting, short, more. So, yeah, it's been a big day, needless to say. We are waiting for Alibaba. I'm going to get out 262 here. If that can fall down to this side. And then we'll take ho-hum, a $2.50 winner right now on Alibaba as we continue to go short there to the downside. But yeah, good day today. BGFV, we're basically light on absolutely everything. I already took out a monster winner.
Sean, worth noting here on Twitter, guys. Twitter made a move to the downside, but it actually holds that 35 mark. So we bounce off 35. We're heading back north.
Oh, that was my call
big
too.
Resistance at 37. So keep that in mind, even if we get a 36 break. I'm going to be looking to fade this one. I mean, if Twitter's going to start to come back up here and can't take out that pre-market high at 36.10, I'm going to be jumping into a short in front of it. I'm not reversing long. I'm not going to be doing that in Twitter. That's not the name I'm going to try to be bullish on here. But watch for a fade in front of 36.10, not 36 even, on Twitter as it bounces up.
Yeah, things are moving back to the upside right now. So let's check out CCL. How far did that go down? 1527. Okay, CCL just crashes down. We did talk about that maybe being, not the biggest story that it should have been, and that's maybe why. So it's up falsely in the pre-market. Look at that pre-market low break there, 1577. That would have been pretty sweet to get a piece of that action, that's for damn sure. What'd that be?
Another Chinese name here, guys. TME, Tencent to the upside. We had the huge gap to the upside on Monday. Nothing but straight higher since then. Tencent Music now 1750 for TME, guys.
Okay. Tencent Music space to the upside as well right now. We already talked about Virgin Galactic, guys. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. We're going to see here what it wants to do, but I'm still looking at CCL. I was looking at another chart. We have different charts going on here, guys, so please, stay patient with us if we're not looking directly at the right stock. But
Sean, we see you there with the super chat. Thank you very much. Sean King, he's been all over. You've been all over it the last couple of days, and Netflix bouncing off of not really 500, 501. That's going to be close enough when you're talking about a $500 stock. That's going to obviously be a big level, but keep in mind it's still flat on the day, so it did have a gap up that we are selling into right now, so not insignificant whatsoever that it bounced off that positivity mark. I would love to see if we break a 500 on Netflix, but the market right now, if I'm looking at the ES and the NASDAQ, holding up better than you want to think here. It is a nice move to the downside, but it's not that big. And I think we're going to need to see a little bit of that on the NASDAQ, maybe cracking through and holding below that 10.7 mark for us to get a push through 500 on the Netflix, guys. So we are watching a 500 break to the downside on Netflix. And I'm still angling for my dollar in Walgreens, guys. This is what I wanted on the last third, and I kind of feel like I might take 90 cents on it, but that's only because 39 is a round number. But let's see if we can't get our target. before 15 minutes goes. Brendan, what do you got?
Big mover yesterday, JMIA back to the downside today. You can see I was just checking this volume. Yeah, huge volume yesterday on the daily time frame. We got up to $8, held $8 as resistance here. Big flush off the open down to $7.20 for JMIA today, guys.
So here it is, guys. Air Hornet out and Cowbell, the biggest winner of the day, and hopefully we'll get a bigger one, but we'll see. A nice $2 right now and 25. Baba just crashed even more though, but a nice $2.25 win on Alibaba. We told you we'd get out just before 262, but look at this market just crashing down. We also got back into WBA as well, breaking that 30 level. We've taken much more than $1, but we'll wait to see here. Looking for that trade as well, Neil. Breaking through 39, that'd be pretty sweet. So we've reloaded on this name, and we're at our highest spot today. NIO, bang, at the day's low. So that's a chicken dinner winner for you guys as well. That stock just keeps on dropping to the downside here. Looks to break 13 right now, and your boys got this one short. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, and there goes CCL, so you can basically forget about that upside. It doesn't even try to test that chop level at 16.20. 15 even is not going to be an insignificant one. Just keep in mind here, you go back a couple of sessions ago, this area we're at right now, 15.12, feels like a bit of a pivot, but you got a double bottom at 15 even. That's going to be the break that I'm looking for next on CCL, or pull back into this level here, 1565. Brendan, what do you got for us?
That DSS guy is about to break lows here, looking like it might want to break lows. $9. It gave you a shot up there near 10 at the open to put on a short. If you have locates, sadly we do not, but looking like it might want to break day lows here. $9 goes. This thing was trading at $6.50 yesterday for DSS, guys.
Yeah, poor DSS.
Love to be all over
yeah, so right now, guys, BGFV, short 47s. We're out of it. I mean, I might as well just get out of that one. No problem there. NIO, we're short 1365. Wowzers on that one. And Walgreens Boots Alliance, we're short 39.22 right now for another one. We've already hammered that one for a sick trade off the open. So we're going to wait. There was one other trade. Oh, Space, Virgin. So we are going to look at this one, Virgin Galactic here. Trying to take out this top. If we do that through 1850, let's giddy up on that one. But bye-bye, Walgreens. Where's my bid
almost
here?
there, man. I'm like 5-6 pennies away here. Simon, I see you on there. NGHC. I just want you to keep everybody to keep in mind this is a cash plus dividend deal, $32 and then a $2.50 dividend if you hold it. So if the implied cash price is $34.50, if it ever gets up there, and yeah, it can run to that price, but think about the time value of money. There's lots of things that go into it. The volume's not that great today. I don't know that there's more juice than another 30-40 cents in this one if it breaks 34 even, guys.
Let's check out, there it is, nice little win again. I mean, I don't keep telling you guys that the winners are over here for Neil and I, but you guys already know that. Another win on WBA there. Okay, Luckin Coffee today, big mover, 450 all the way to 488. We're gonna check that out. This is a pink sheet name, so you may not, OTC markets, you may not be able to trade this, but if you are, big move today, 3 million shares, wow. Up to 488, 490 today. Luckin Coffee, the ones, I don't know, possible delist off NASDAQ, not possible. It did get delisted, but look at this run up to $5. I don't think we got to 5 on NASDAQ on the reload, but now they're up there, so maybe things are okay over there in Luckin Land.
Yeah, and it looks like that AIHS, I might bungle that one a couple of times. It's having a little bit of trouble here right around this 180 to 185 mark. And again, I wanted this one at 2.25. I didn't get it till 213, but I'm going to stick to my guns here and get out in front of a $1.80 or $1.75. So we'll take what ends up being a 30-cent win. Yeah, it should be 40, but we wanted to make sure we weren't dealing with news that we were unaware of. And speaking of that, Brandon, what do you got for us?
Another one we can maybe add to the electric vehicle group, guys. Clean Spark, CLSK awarded a $3 million grant to work on developing electric vehicle batteries and recycling electric vehicle batteries, guys. So CLSK up 17% on that, guys.
Wow, okay. I mean, so much stuff happening today. Yeah, this has just been such a monster day for us, guys. And now I'm going to look at Luckin Coffee, see if it breaks through $5 here at some point. But yeah, wow, what a big day. Holy crap, Alibaba, guys, hello. Hopefully you guys still have this. What a run this made downside. 264 was our short. It touched 258. Who's with me on that one? We dumped it, but let me know if you guys held that. Wow, what a great call. If you're trading options, maybe you just made your month on that one. Alibaba to the downside, guys. Should have held that. I mean, obviously, the market's heading to the south side. Had no idea. I mocked this 258 level, but now we are approaching it. Alibaba, south side to say the least there. I hope you guys got that. If you did, send me a tweet with the little floss dance involved there, because that's a big trade for you guys. Wow.
Yeah, we finally got this DSS. We're able to get short on this one if we want to here. Below 890 is a bit of a level with that in 9 even, some consolidation. I got to jump in here, but it's going to be a relatively tight stop short, if only because we are a little bit late to the party. So I'm only giving it to about this 9 even area. I got 75s here. If we can get a move down into about 8.25, I think we'll be very happy with that. Take some out every single quarter. This is what you got to do if you've missed out on the bulk of it. Look, guys, we wanted to have this one on a 10 break and a 10.50 break. It just wasn't in the cards. I'm not going to fight this one too far. If we can get a nice little win in here on an 875 short, I'll be very, very happy with that. And Walgreens refuses to give me that 90-cent winner.
Yeah.
I might just have to take the 60, 70 and then maybe get back into the trade if it ever does want to take up that 39 even there, Sean. So it's as good as it's been. I'm not disappointed with Walgreens. It's just that I feel like it should have been a heck of a lot better, but I'm going to exit the trade. It's been fireworks on Walgreens Boot Alliance. I should say Dow Jones member Walgreens, which I always forget that they got added, to be perfectly honest with you. But there you go, to the downside right now. And there goes as well, DSS. But, whoa. Sorry guys, I want to show you guys level 2. Iceberger it's at 860 there. I just saw them take a bunch of shares, try to chew through that. I thought we'll go right to that 850 mark. So I just took a third off because of that. We'll see what does happen. My stop remains at 9 even, guys. It's a relatively tight stop. And I want to see if we can get to that 8.25. But a bit of a buyer here at 860. We chew through that. I think we'll get what we want.
I like that deal. Ice burger. Yeah, making me a little bit hungry there. I think it's burgers for lunch today, actually.
Is it really?
And it's Catapult. We won't go bang for this one, although we could easily do that. Luck and coffee. Guys, today we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 on our trades there. 496 to the downside, guys, and we cashed that sucker out. Walgreens Boots Alliance. We are sitting here at 39.01. Damn it. It goes down as far as 03 there. Nice little trade happening here. 17 cents here, 43 cents here. 1 penny now, but we've already taken that out. And NIO, nice little win as well, coming back to the upside. Let's just regroup and try to find out a big winner for us.
Attaboy, Eric there. I'm going to give a slapshot action for everybody that was in Walgreens Boots Alliance there. But before we get to Brennan, I want to get you guys back to that DSS. It did break through that 860 guy, so I did take some out in front of 850 like I promised, and then 8.25 the next mark to the downside, guys. So another win there. Late to the party, but the short's still good on that one. Brennan, what do you got there?
Apparently, Burke's Jewelers is still a thing, guys. BGI on the NYSE ARC exchange up 116% today, and about to make day highs as well on decent volume. They secured a new financing loan from Investment Quebec, so the province of Quebec investing in Burke's Jewelers, guys.
Burke's Jewelers. Okay, don't really know that much about that about them. I am now watching this DSS for a pullback. I do feel like it might be worth one shot to reload, but I'm not going to take multiple entries here. It's just going to be one shot in front of 9 on a pullback after having missed this much of the move. If the trend continues, that's going to be fantastic for us, but I don't want to fight it too far here, guys. It's already given back almost $4. And there goes, whoa, there's Twitter, which I didn't expect this to happen. So it is what it is, guys. Remember that 37 level that we're talking about? Well, I think there's going to be resistance up there, so I'm not going to be fighting this one too far. I was supposed to be short in front of this level before taking the break at 36.12. I did not do that. I'm actually just going to dump these shares almost right away on Twitter, late in the load to about half, because I'm not that bullish on this name. The market's trying to bounce here, but I don't know that I believe in Twitter, and I only think it's worth about 1/4 to 50 cents anyways. So I'm going to dump some of those shares there. And then here comes DSS. I will be reloading. It's back up to that 875 mark.
I mean, guys, we rang the luck in coffee again. Chicken dinner winners all over. I'm not falling in a hole, but I am short. So everything going downside right now, guys. Big winners everywhere. Walgreens Boots Alliance. I mean, I don't know if it still shows our profits or not on the board. See, I'm not long lucking right now, but again, another mistake. But 39 here, guys. Look at this. Short 40s. Eric, you were talking about it here. Out. Short again. Out. And now we go short. We're still short, guys. 25 cents in the money on this one. So we are going to look to make some new positions on, including space. I mean, Virgin Galactic, I still like that.
Well,
name,
watch Neo here. Neil's
close.
So Sean, Neil's retesting the opening range top. So remember we talked about fake outs? Last time I saw this happen, it was actually an interesting long when it broke this. So as I say it here, just dipping into some shares when it broke 1370. I don't know that I'm going to give this past about 1350 or so, but I've seen this before where the first move is so strong to the downside on the sell-off, and then it just makes a hard reversal. So first leg would be up to about 14 even. Let's see if it can get there. There's a lot of chop it has to get through, and that's why I'm not necessarily going to bet the whole farm that this one is going to the upside. But Brennan, what do you got?
Huge run up for Altimmune into the close yesterday. This thing went from $13 to $19 is where we closed yesterday. We're coming back up to that 19 level now for ALT. They have thrown their hat into the ring now, developing a COVID-19 vaccine, and are saying that they could have a manufactured vaccine by Q3 this year, guys.
And guys, to the moon.
We're throwing our hat into the ring, and we're doing it by saying eat healthy and get your fruit salad, and that's going to be make sure you're safe. But Virgin Galactic, there's the move. I'm watching pullback on NEO, and there goes DSS again. So miss the reload, but that just means it's in the money, guys.
Guys, Luckin Coffee right now, 14-cent winner off of this $5 short. There you go. Welcome to the jungle as well. Space Virgin Galactic in at 50. Is it 50? Yeah, in at 51. Sorry. Out some 60s here. Let's wait to see how high we can go. Hopefully this one can go to the moon as well for us today. But yeah, everything, man, everything just cashing out. I don't even know what to say anymore. Walgreens Boots Alliance still in the money. This is my worst trade on right now, and I've taken out like multiple dollars out of this one. What up, B?
Yeah, yet another one that was pretty easy off the open. I wish I stuck to this. 940 here on Bed Bath & Beyond got flushed. We're at 840 now for BBBY, consolidating at day lows after the earnings, guys.
Yeah, I just took the first leg out here on that NEO trade, that break to the upside. Just betting a little bit to hear that you get that fake out to the downside. We expected that might happen. The initial move might be wrong. So if we make a move to 14, I want to benefit from that. And then maybe even take a 14 break if it does. And like I said, not going to give this much past that 1350 area. I don't like hard stops, but let's go with an area stop on NEO. I want to talk back about Lemonade here. I mentioned a 72 to 74 chop area. Couldn't take the top off. Now it's trying again, and you get some consolidation. I like the short through that 69.20 area, but it could never hold down there. I'm going to jump into something here in front of 74 even. If 74 goes, fair enough. I'll be wrong, and I'll be out, and I'll lose $1 or so. But I'll try to get in. Just watch out. Volume is lower on this name the last couple of days. Only 500,000 shares. I'm going to short here, but I got to make sure I get a price closer to 73. I don't want to pay this entire spread.
Guys, been making too much money. Forgot about the water, but we're already past the 9 a.m. spot here, which we should be. Man, I don't want to fail on this challenge here, so we're going to continue to drink L'Aqua there. So we'll wait to see what happens. To the upside now goes, we'll wait to see if Luckin Coffee can't come back to 5 and where we'll short it again. Okay, Virgin Galactic right now, still flat on that one. That's right, we're long on that name. And then BGF5 there. AYRO, the big super chat from this morning. Thank you again for that. We'll check back. It's still coming down. There it is, N4RMT. Another one here. Thank you. I think that was the same as the super chat before. So we'll look at Solo, a Solo Plug Power, a bunch of different EV names still to look at for us here today, including Nikola. What is Nikola doing? It must have fallen down. No, it's not really doing anything. 59. Let's take a look at some more key levels after we take a look at Solo, I guess.
Yeah, and we don't want to get too far from the cruise lines. I really did expect that we'd have a trade on for you guys, but there's only been one move, and it's straight down with almost no turn on CCL here. It just took out 15, but it's a bit of a failed break. I don't want to call it that just yet, but it looks like a bit of a failed break. Pull back on Walgreens, just going to get me out on my reload. So like I said, sometimes you win, sometimes you go WTF, and other times you're happy that you get the reload on the coffee. Thank you very much, Valeria.
Yes, Valeria.
Timing absolutely perfect here. It's not quite 10 o'clock, but I definitely needed to get that one in. We are also talking a little bit about that Bed Bath & Beyond. Just note the consolidation here at the low. It's down 20%, right? So it's already been beaten up this morning. If we can hold this 820 double bottom that you already see here, volume starting to taper off to the sell side, just watch out for a bit of a breakout through 850 and certainly a hold of that 820 mark. If it does try to fill this gap, I mean, it's got over 10% to come in here for a muted move back up, down 20%, Bed Bath & Beyond. It's getting crushed, obviously, but you got to look at the daily chart. And note, it was in an upward trend. It is trying to bounce off the 50 period. A couple of bullish signs there if you're looking to defend that 820.
Yeah, can you buy a mug? Hell yeah, and I want to give a big shout out to Valeria there, who drops that mug off for us right now. And yeah, Trader TV Live mugs. Which camera do you guys want? Yeah, let's see this one. Trader TV Live mugs available now. I think they're $10 or $12, something like that. Probably a pretty good deal for that one. So yeah, Trader TV mugs. Thank you. Valeria will drop the link when she gets back, but it's just up on our YouTube page. Luck and Coffee coming back to the upside here. We'll see about shorting that one. Virgin Galactic is the only one here that we're still waiting on. It gets as high as about 65 there. We are long 51. We're going to drop it off if it breaks through 18. That could be the only loser. The position board, what I've noticed here, Neil, it updates after a while. So like right now it had me wrong, Luckin, but now I'm right. So sometimes you got to give it a bit of time here, guys, if you think it's wrong.
Yeah, and we're going to keep making sure we improve on that and let you guys know what's actually going on here for us. But I want to get to that AYRO because it's rolling back over after trying to bounce to the upside, and that's going to spark a bit of interest and an entry for me in front of the 650 mark. You know, I think I'm sort of willing to build a couple of entry points into this name here, probably around the 35 to 45 mark, using that 650 as an out, and then see if we can retest that bottom. And we talked about 6 even a little bit earlier. Let's see if we can't get that. DSS. Not quite at that. I wanted an 8-quarter here. We're at 840. Still have that 875 short, so that one is still working for us. I do want to see if we can't get that full 50-cent move before looking to see where the next trade is going to be. But AYRO for the first time in that short. It is still up on the day. It does look like it's going to have a lot of trouble maintaining that outlook. So I got this here at 635. I'll start taking out in front of about 6 even or so. So maybe call it 620 as the first leg, and then that low of the day 613. If it breaks 6 even, we're very likely to reload and then go back into more shorts on AYRO.
So yesterday, and of course Neil knows my father. We go back way back in time, me and Neil, from high school, Neil and I. But here we go. Join
we
me
used
on
to be
Instagram.
scared of George.
Yeah, exactly. At Trader TV, Sean here. My largest. I guess my largest liked, is it a like? I don't know what it is on Instagram, but it's a heart. 80 of you guys, thank you so much. I asked, do we look alike? What do you say? So follow me. I don't think so. My wife thinks we do, but what do you think, Neil? But also, I'll come out in a second here, guys. If you can, put a comment in here and let me know, because I sort of I'd put a poll if I could. I don't know how to do that. We also, oh, look, we just got 2 more likes there. Also, some behind the scenes stuff. So it's at Trader TV, Sean. I like to get to 1,000 followers. Maybe not today, but that may happen soon. Also, Neil, obviously on Twitter as well. We talk about that all the time. This is where I post more of the trades and stuff like that, looking to get 4,200 followers, so don't miss out on that. But right now, guys, honestly, space just went to the upside there. Oh, man, and it rejected that top. So I just wanted to look at that one quickly, as that one was, I thought it was going to go there. I think it will by the time we get back from Mr. Wickens, who's over at the big board.
Hey guys, yeah, 10 o'clock already. Let's have a look at North American markets. We started the day kind of flat. We're still, yeah, basically in that area. Tech stocks, though, worth mentioning, down in the U.S. doing quite nicely to the upside. So strength coming from the NASDAQ once again. Everything else pretty muted. You can see the S&P 0.02%. The Dow in negative territory, about 0.3% to the downside. Small caps also pretty weak so far, 0.7% to the downside for the Russell. TSX here in Toronto basically flat as well. Some of the banks very weak. Going to show you one here in a second. BOVESPA, if I can, actually. BOVESPA also in negative territory, 0.3% to the downside here for Brazil stocks, if you're joining us down in Brazil today. Ballard Power, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row to the upside for BLDP. They came out with their current quarter forecast, or increased their current quarter forecast today. So another nice uptick here, 5.3% for Ballard Power. But yeah, have a look at TD and RY if you're looking for things moving to the downside today here in Toronto. Very, very weak on the banks. Guys, back over to you.
Thank you, Brendan. It's going to be end of the line for me, and we'll give it a little bit of a money sign on DSS. And again, this is one of the reasons why when we're hunting for locates and you like something, we just keep seeing if we can get them and pay for them. We did get the short on DSS. I talked about 8-quarter. It is rounding off a little bit here in front of that 8-quarter, possibly giving us a re-entry point or a pullback anyways, which I do like, and I'm still sitting here in front of 9 even if we ever get it. So DSS, nice win for us already. I did finally get into LMND. That's Lemonade, of course. That was the recent IPO. I was waiting for around 73, and I will not be taking it at this level here, 73.50. As I mentioned, you got to give it to the high of day. I know what happened yesterday when I did not give one of these types of shorts to the high of day, and I don't want to do 20 push-ups if I don't have to. That's not true. I do like doing push-ups. I just don't want to do them for this reason, because it'll mean going against my plan. So it's got to take out that high of day for me to get out of this trade. If we can hold 73.50, I would add on the way back down. Otherwise, I'd like to be adding in the range of that 73.50 to 74, but it's got to break the top for me to get out.
Yeah, I was still looking at Nikola here, guys, and not really sure what's going to happen. I guess I can cancel my CCL to the downside, or to the upside, sorry. I was looking at that 1620. You guys know that. Back here on Luckin Coffee, nothing happening, guys. 10-cent plus winner on that one. Oh, Nikola did drop back down. Okay, I might have to pay for shorts. I don't have those on board right now. And then there goes Walgreens, Boots Alliance. So we go evil laugh on this one, guys, because, yeah, this one's been a beast for yours truly here, guys. And I know Neil's made money on this one as well. We shorted through 40, out, shorted again, and now we're still holding a little bit for a 21-cent winner. 63-cent winner. Bye-bye, Big Five. So right there, guys, don't count your chickens before they hatch. But guess what? Your boy's already out of BGFV. We just have a small 10% left, as we like to hold on to those ones. Luckin Coffee. I mean, look what we have on board here. 62-cent win short. 12-cent win short, not bad. Space, Virgin Galactic, we're holding out for this one, but we just did take a 15-penny winner. We're waiting for that. And then here's 33 cents as Walgreens Boots Alliance. Good idea today, guys, shorting through that 40. Hope you guys are able to make money of that on that one as well. The day just keeps going better. Zero LFT, that's a term that you may learn more about after the show. We come up, I guess it's coming up number 2. Why don't we just do this really quickly, guys? How to make money by starting a trading office. Our number 1 sponsor, Day Trade the World, coming with that today at 1 p.m. So me, Brendan, Neil, never stop working, and that day includes today. So we'll take that off, and we will throw it over to Brendan.
Great content. Make sure you join us right here at 1 p.m. this afternoon. Ping, guys, a little online identity security company, up 4% today. We're right back to basically highs here, 34.60 up to about 35 on this one. Definite area of attention. Ping up about 4% on volume today, guys.
Ping, not the golf club.
Guys, I am long in Neo. Remember we took that break when it took out 1270 here. I did take some out for profit. I was going to get it all out in front of 14 even before looking at that break. I'm tightening up my stop here because this was a bet on a fake out at the open. Downside fake and then rush to the upside. And we've seen it continue that move before, but I want to put all my chips in the long side of Neo after seeing what happened yesterday and after making most of our money in the short side, guys. So I am going to move my stop a little bit tighter right above this 1350 in VWAP, which we had before. I'm not adding to the long position unless it's a 14 breakout, guys. And if we hold below 1350, it'll be a short pretty much the entire day if we do hold that price. But it's in the money right now. I was actually looking to reload there in the low 60s, but it's in the money right now, but I am taking it all out before 14 and then looking to get back in if it ever takes out that price.
Okay, good. Yeah, Neo right now. Yeah, what price were you long? Sorry, because I'm trying to look at this stock as well.
I got the 70 break. It's the only entry, 74s.
74,
I'm looking to get some more shares. If it gets to the mid-60s, that's the only price I'd add to it. But otherwise, we're going to hold what we got.
All right, good. Yeah, I was looking at this VWAP. I just want to make sure we're on the same page here. I was looking at VWAP here breaking through 1350. So, yeah, a nice little 70 long upside there, 80. I was waiting for 14 even, so hopefully that can come for both of us. And then that way I'll get in and Neil will take a big winner. And talk about a big winner right now as well. Guys, I don't know. We don't have a Virgin Galactic thing, but I'm going to hit the Tesla one anyways. But we'll hit a cowbell as well. There goes Virgin to the upside, guys. Nice little 22-cent winner. Bang on this long, and we take some more out there all the way up. Ding, 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 and let's get these out, guys. Big trade alert here on Virgin Galactic. Space just keeps on ripping to the upside. I have to message Daniel Shea. When this thing was at 16, I said, give me a call to buy on this one. So a nice little winner there. 1878 now. Let's see if it cracks through that level right now. But you know we're long, 51s. So a nice little 25-cent win right now. Probably takes him out in front of the 78. I don't know. But there's some nice size there. So big time winner, long, shorts, everything. Right now, Baba win, BGFV win, Luckin win, Neo huge win, Virgin Galactic, I just talked about it, and Walgreens Boots Alliance. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 6 today. So hit the air horn for that one. Hope you guys are having just as much success today as we are.
Watch out for JMIA. You guess you can't keep this one down too long. It did try to take out the bottom. This is why you always look at the higher time frame, guys. Look at the afternoon action. There was a 720 low, so you forget about that pre-market pre-market bottom, this is exactly where it turned around. If we take a shot through 8 even, that's going to be a big break here. Ignore that wick. I don't care too much about those dark pool prints in the pre-market. I care more about there was actual trading here in the 90s. So an 8 even break is in the cards here. A rollover through that price, and you're looking to short this one at about 780. Inside of the range, forget about it. But here comes $8 on JMIA. Another run to the upside in this one.
Brendan, what up?
Tesla, guys, just had a look at Tesla, rejected up there at 1,400 once again off of the open. We're back to the downside. Elon Musk saying the company's close to level 5 autonomous vehicles, whatever that means, guys.
It's like the highest level.
Exactly, level 5. Get ready for level 5. Level 5 coming right at you guys. And why are we happy today? It's kind of obvious, guys. Here's my Twitter handle. We just tweeted out. This was, by the way, thank you for the kind words, TNE Music Collective. He said, "You the man, dude. You have no idea how much you've taught your followers." I mean, this is Brendan, myself, and Neil. I speak for all of you, for all of our followers. Thank you for educating us, and everybody knows where this is from. Michael Scott. We all aspire to be quite the manager that he was. But here we go, guys. This is why we're happy. Follow me on Trader TV Live. These are our positions. You know them. Check, 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 check. Everything busting out for us right here today. So nice little trade there. Everything moving into the money for us. And by the way, space now looking at 19 in the face here. So that's going to be a good trade, up 12 and a bit% here. Let's see what happens. I'm waiting in the 90s to get out of some of this for 40 plus pennies. By the way, Walgreens Boots Alliance, that's still a 40 penny winner. And this name, Big 5, is a 66 penny winner. So yeah, that's why we're happy today, guys. Let's just get out.
Yeah, I got a couple for you here, and we'll go arrows up for 2 names. JMIA an 14 break already, $8 break already out some for the scalp in front of 815. We'll take a quarter as well. But NEO is the other one, and that's why I had 14 on the mind. I said I'd get it all out in front of 14. It turns right at 99, guys, so you get that nice little breakout win. Yeah, we didn't get the pullback trade that we liked and cake more shares, but we did tighten up our stop. Now we're going to be firmly in the long side of the trade now that our target is hit. 14 break. I will now entertain the idea of going long more shares in front of that 1360, 1350 area stop. At a 14 break in NIO, we're going to try longs in front of 1350, but everything else is going to plan. And JMIA, we just finally gave that one to you after that hard bottom. Always willing to, got to look at that higher time frame for some of those levels or you get shaken out of that trade. And speaking of not getting shaken out, you almost want to make sure you know what's going on in some of these stocks, and that means some upgrades and downgrades. Let's go to Brendan at the big board.
Hey guys, yeah, a few to have a look at so far this morning on the upgrades and downgrades board. Square over there at the bottom, almost, Sean, back to positive territory. We were talking about before we came on that this was going to get back to positive territory. It was just a matter of time. Still down 0.2% over there. I want to talk about Cisco here. Nice look off of the open here, 1.8%. Couple of upgrades on Cisco today. And CNX, the big winner, 5+%. We'll show you that one. A couple of upgrades on CNX, little resource company, a little bit thinly traded. Disregard this wick. It was in the pre-market. We actually opened around $9 here. We're all the way up to $9.30 now, kind of consolidating at day highs. Volume not the greatest on this one today, but the chart looking not too bad. Little resource company CNX moving today as well, guys. Back to you.
Yeah, CNX. Yeah, good trade there. We go longer on space here, breaking through 19. And guys, I mean, I don't even know what to say about the way today's been going. It's just raining down the money, guys. Thanks for all the love everywhere on this one. NIO breaks through 14. Like we talked about, Neil has that long, and I'm just long now. So let's see if we can rock and roll. But I don't really like this trade, but we'll wait to see here what it wants to do to the upside.
I'm trying to scalp all longs in NEO after what I saw yesterday. I don't want to be digging in too deep, and I don't want to be thinking it's going to be parabolic moves at any point. We did, Sean, I want to get to your super chat there. Sean King, one of our members here. Look, you're asking about waiting for 25. I like the idea here. You did have a top there a couple of days ago, and then, of course, you are getting an attempted breakout through yesterday's high at 24.40. It hasn't sustained it yet. Everyone's time frames are different, but if you're in a short-term swing, you might want to have some kind of an idea where you want to trail this one to. I can make assumptions about you being long at 23 or from yesterday's bottoms, and if that's the case, certainly you might want to lock in profits around 75s or 24 even. It hasn't made the break through yesterday's top. And you got to have that before you get to that 25 mark, which is probably an additional breakout potential trade in INO. And you do see what's happened. It did turn off that 18. We thought maybe it would test 15 on this down move. Ever since the 30 break, it never actually got there. Kind of a strong sign for it, but I think that might still be in the cards if we don't get through that 25 mark that you asked about.
Okay, yeah, good look there. And yeah, guys, if you super chat us, and you're a member, hey, that's the golden ticket right there. You'll get Neil's response ASAP if that does happen. And guys, yeah, join us up here. If you're not a member, we've had a few members join today. Hit us up. It's $5 a month. You get to watch Valeria's little channel here, talk about it. Then you get these badges and you get some emojis. It's just a way to support the show, guys. We're running this for free for you every single day. And thank you again for the kind words on Twitter and all over the place for us. We're really trying to put together a good show for you guys, and I think we're succeeding. So that's good on that news so far. Virgin Galactic going against us here, though, guys.
Yeah, I just got this this NIO here, and every time it does this failed breakout, one of the things I always look for in these shakeout type stocks is you get a bit of a pullback that resists the next level of chop, which is about that 1380. It does resist it for the time being. It's, for me, a place to add because I'm going to have a stop down at that 1380 anyways. I don't want to get this one out of hand. If you're taking 20, 30, 40 cent winners on this stock, I don't want to be losing too much more than the first leg of that. So I got myself a 97 price average on this break. I'm risking about 20 cents plus slippage. I think that's about worth it, and I'm going to be scalping that one off once it starts to get in the money about that range anyway. So I don't want to be faked out by NIO. We already made money on one long and one short. If the third trade's a loser, fair enough, but you got to control that loss.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why we went short, and I was getting out of that NIO as well. Here we go, Virgin Galactic back to the upside, so nice win, hopefully on this one if we can get going here. We do have some orders up in the teens to get out. We are long once again at 03 here on that name, and we are long still 1403 on NIO as well. This is what I talked about. I did cash out some here just in case we did get that drop down, some out in the mid 90s, right where we're at right now. It's having some problems at 14. Doesn't mean it can't go, obviously. But let's just wait to see if it does want to go. Right now, up through 14 is kind of when it needs to happen. So if it doesn't, we'll get a little lighter. Thank you, Rohit, for that new membership join there. I see you. And then also I want to thank little sleepy there, member. But good on you. Maybe we'll trade that. Sleep Country is ZZZ in Toronto.
I must have missed something in chat. I'm a little confused by that, but there goes NIO to the upside. I didn't have it on the chart because I was actually going to look at DSS. Bit of a perfect out in front of that 8-quarter that we gave you guys, but it is bouncing now, and I do see that hard bottom and consolidation higher. It's going to make me get away from the pullback short, at least for the time being on DSS. It could still be a potential breakthrough 9. But right now, it's all about NIO. I said maybe the third trade could be a loser. Yeah, that's not going to be true. It is going to be, once again, dropping that money bag on NIO. We do get some shares out in front of that 15 mark, and I'll take more out in front of the quarter. You know what scalping is for us. It's going to mean making... It's all about that 25, that 50. You know what it's all about. But I don't want to be holding everything on NIO longs. It's just not the play that I'm looking for today. I know that's been good lately, but I'm taking my profit as it comes here. I love that dip buy on the failed break. Brendan, what do you got?
Big volume still on INFI, another one from the pre-market that was gapping higher. We're up about 12.5%. News aftermarket yesterday on this one, but fading back to the downside, just made a new low. Again, the relative volume, the story here, guys, INFI, about 100 times relative volume, guys.
100 times. Okay, that's pretty good relative volume.
Infinity and beyond.
Yeah, Luckin Coffee here, back to near $5. We'll see. We're taking a little bit more short here if we can get it, and we'll wait to see Virgin Galactic goes upside as well. That was, wow. Okay, where did we get out there? Oh, wow, we just got out at 15. Oh, yeah, that's right. I told you I was sitting in the mid-teens. Okay, so there you go. Nice little win there on Virgin. Let's see how high this can go. Damn it. I need to tweet at you, Daniel Shea there, to let me know what's going on with that option that I have. So Space is probably well in the money. Can't check it now. We're on the show, but we'll do that afterwards. So there it is, Space, Virgin Galactic, upside. NIO retracing back down. So good out there, Neil, and for me as well on the upside there. We did talk about scalping this one. It's not going to be a home run every day, so that's definitely good news for you guys there. And that's how you learn from the show. And shout out to our guest trader yesterday, talked all about that as well.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to be Tony Gwynn, not Mark McGuire, right? And right. I do want to look at that INFI name that Brendan was giving to us here.
Neil? That's a good one as well.
I love
Oh, do you know an interesting stat here about Ichiro before you go, Neil? He never batted under 300 after his 10th at bat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I know, but it's just like, how crazy is that? Like,
you know, and here's the thing about it. When I'm gonna bring it back to trading because I'm a bit of a nerd and I like to try to do this. If you ever read up about Ichiro, the guy's attention to detail in his craft It's unreal how he could repeat his swing, know what he was looking for, have the right approach every single day, every single at-bat. That's what you got to do in trading, too. It's like you stick to that approach that works for you. Don't try to be somebody else. That guy did not try to be a home run hitter. He hit his singles, and he was literally the best at it in the world. But watch out for Neo. I did mention a dip buy opportunity, and I talked about 1380 as my out. I'm maintaining that. I took half of my position out on the way up. I will still have my stop at that 1380, but I will give it one shot here below that price to see if we can't go back above this 85 or so mark. And if we do, maybe I'll jam into a few more shares, but it does not happen. So hands off the keyboard. It's going to be a fail through that price. I'm not saying I'll never go long again, but if we're below 1350 when it hits lunchtime and we break this and hold some consolidation lower, I'm probably going to be committed to that short. I mean, yesterday you saw what happened if you were following along here. We saw what happened after it had that same chop and it tried to get you out around lunchtime, breaking back up, but it held $15 and then the flush was ridiculous. So I kind of feel like for me, this 1350 to 14 area could be that same line in the sand. And if there's another flush coming in Neo, I don't want to miss it. So the only long I'll probably take at this point, one shot in front of 50 or breakout through the high of day 1430 right now. I call it the quarters.
One time, again, guys, this is what we're talking about. We don't need to make trade after trade after trade after trade. You're trying to make the best trades you can. Check out our board. You'll see what's going on there. And hopefully we can get back and forth with you. Some fireworks there. Space going long side. Oh, WBA showing me long. Incorrectamundo. Look at that out right there. What an out on WBA. Walgreens Brutes Alliance. We are completely flat on that stock right now. And big win, guys. We just got out there. I mean, this was $1. We shorted 40. It's down to 38.68 now. And we just got out. This is probably worth tweeting. I think I'll do that. And then we'll get back. And the reason why we tweet, guys, so you can see our sort of logic and so you can learn from that. So follow all of us on Twitter. Stat, if you can. What up, Brendan?
Another one from the volume list today, guys. Neovasc here, NBCN, 4.8% still, but kind of chopping around in this range. If we get back to 270, 275, go to the daily time frame, 280 to 3, big time resistance, but decent volume on NBCN, guys.
Yeah, I mean, decent volume on that name you brought to us, ALT as well. I just see a couple people noting this one. It's already done that parabolic, consistent move to the upside, but look at the volume that it sustained at the top end through that 23, and then you are seeing it come back in a little bit here. So if we get consolidation, I think you guys have seen this setup before. It's on 13 million shares. If you get some consolidation here, a top end break of 23 is not crazy as much as it's up. So I will be looking for that trade. If we can catch that, fantastic. If it does hold lower and want to break 20 even, I'll probably look for a short on ALT, just assuming that we had the locator. I'll also look at that as well, guys. Just make sure, look, you got to make sure you can go both directions. We are going to jump in and a good look from Greg here. Big time move downside in crude oil here through 40.40, big break through 40 even as well. So this is causing a bit of slide in the market right now in the pickup in volume. So good luck, Greg. Manager on the floor, he's giving us looks as well, guys. So don't trade blind. We're not looking at any energy names, at least not yet. We're probably going to have to put some on the radar.
Yeah, we can put some on the radar, and maybe Greg can suggest a name that's moving. But good to see on oil there. I mean, XOM and all the big guys as well going down. Space falling. Oops, got to move this up here. Space falling down here as well. So we're light. We still got 30% of this break on. So we're not going to lose on this name at all. But it is falling to the downside here. Looks like you got a holder here, an iceberg order there at 80 on ARCA. So now it's come out. Sorry, 70 on ARCA. Now it's gone there. We take some out there, 73. We'll see if it can come back to the upside, but lightening the low just a little bit here on that name, as we can see the market, like Neil just mentioned, they're falling down. Crude maybe have something to do with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And just sort of also having a look at another name. It's not a blast from the past, but this is one that we were trading previously but have not had a look at yet today. Solo had a parabolic move. I'll sort of run past you here. Turned on a dime at $6, came all the way back in. Big retracement. That was a fantastic trade for us there. And then now bouncing back to the upside off of 4 even. Just to give you a better look at the higher time frame here, it is very, very choppy. And I think you have to look at this and say, I don't want to be too heavily involved in the middle of this range. But if we ever take out this 5-quarter high, you'll count me long on Solo. And if we test a high break that doesn't go past 15, so it goes past 15, but doesn't break 25. You look for that rollover into the shorts. That's the only way I'm looking to go short on this one today. Otherwise, it's a 5-quarter break, which is only about 30 cents away on Solo. So I'm going to add that one to my list. Watch for that break, guys.
Yeah, Solo, good stock there, and thanks. That was a super chat as well, so thank you guys for all of that. Oh my God, I'm so bad on my water today, but I'm gonna have another sip of coffee. I keep forgetting about it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions on, including luck and coffee. And guys, I mean, I just shorted this thing up here at 94, right? It's at 82 right now, so whatever. There you go, air horn that one. Back-to-back jacks on luck and coffee today, that's for sure. Got some out at 88. Now we'll wait to see if it wants to take out the bottom once again, where we got out before 80s. So we're gonna have that opportunity once again for you guys right here to get out of luck and coffee, but that's just ho-hum, another winner, $5 name. Here's 20 cents for you right there. So good win on that one. Virgin's come back a little bit, coming back to $19 right now. We'll check on that one in a couple minutes. Right now, though, it looks like Brendan's ready with small cap recap, I believe.
Hey guys, yeah, small cap time. Let's have a look at a few names that were moving around in the pre-market that we mentioned. Big Five sporting goods. The one that was kind of late to the party this morning. I didn't see this one until we were sitting here at the desk. So unfortunately, not on the watch list this morning, but definitely gave you an opportunity to the downside. If you go out to daily time frame, 440 up to about 475, 450 area, definite area of resistance on the daily time frame. I really wanted this thing to break the high and kind of fail higher and then give you the flush, but no such luck. Little tight consolidation below 4 ended up giving you a nice flush. We're almost to $2 now on that BGFV, guys. So huge move back down after the initial move to the upside. Let's go over to the next one and have a look at AIM Immunotech, another one that we were talking about in the pre-market. This level here, 265, 266, resistance aftermarket yesterday. I said if it does get below that, worth a shot at the downside. This flush was pretty impressive right at the open, all the way down to 250. I took my trade at that point, but now we're kind of consolidating below that 266, 265. Unfortunately, volume not really there anymore for AIM. Might have given you the trade already. DSS, the other one, thank you, Robbie. 1050 was a bit of a pivot. If you go out to the daily time frame, I had to really catch that one on this kind of pop back up to 10, and then the fail all the way down to $8. We're consolidating at day lows here again under 850. However, look at the volume, not really there anymore for DSS. Lots of movement though this morning, guys, in small cap world. Back over to you.
Thank you very much there, Brennan. The chat moves very, very fast, and if you ever hear us say thanks for the super chat when we get to a question, or thanks for becoming a member, you do stand out there with your name and a color or some emojis or whatnot. It's just a heck of a lot easier to be able to follow along there. And I know someone was asking about CCL, and I apologize for not catching your name. Everything's moving fast, but it is trying to make a bottom here. And we did mention that 15 even being a big level. I'm not in love with the long today, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's not insignificant if we can hold this range. I mean, there's going to be some people that would have had stops or jammed out at 15, and if it breaks back above and can consolidate long enough, and the market can get its act together here. Of course, we had that flush because of oil. Yeah, it's not a horrible place, but I would only do it to defend that low of day, however. So it's not like my stop would be any further than 14 a quarter or 3/4 or so, maybe risking about 25 cents to see if you can't get back up to 50s and make a bigger move. I don't necessarily love it, but it's not the worst trade as long as your structure is okay. JMIA, I want to get back to that one. It's the only thing I have left on, guys. So JMIA to the long side. Of course, we had that 8 even break. I missed this pullback here, which is, I hate when this happens. You get the pullback into previous support and you're not watching, you don't get in, your stop's a little bit lower, so it never triggers you. I should have had an order kind of ready to get back into this one, but you can't take profit till it goes to quarters and then to 50s. So I'm not taking this when it's in the money 10, 15 cents if I'm risking 25. That's not the way that it works. So it gives me the quarters first. Now I can look for that aggressive pullback, probably now in the 790 range. I'm not sure we get 775 again. Congratulations if you did. 850 is the next mark for me, JMIA. If we get up there, we'll take that 40, 50 cent win if we can. And maybe look at a break through that high at 850, guys. It's all about those quarters and 50s to keep it simple when you don't have obvious levels.
I love that Brendan talked about Big Five here. We still have this short, 350 short. So all the way down here, that's a $1 winner on a $4 name. We'll take it. Okay, Space also, guys, the big winner. I mean, this one just continues to go to the moon, but we don't want to get slaughtered, so we have taken some out. That was a bad out, obviously, down there, just thinking that it could have broke 75 again, and it did, but bad out. So now we're holding the rest of this one. Let's see if we can't get 20s, 30s, 40s. One of my top stocks today, Space. I mean, everything's a top stock stock. We're not negative on any name today, so it's been big. Look at Alibaba, guys, today. Look at this short, banged out there, missed a big opportunity. We're going to wait to see if it can break through right here. I mean, 260, 250, a decent spot right here for Alibaba. What up, V?
Hey, Sean, and hello, dear viewers. Thank you very much to everyone who joined our membership. Welcome to the family, guys. Well, members have their names in green on the chat, so they're super noticeable. You guys have TraderTV.live custom badges that will be updating with more months you are a member, and also you have access to members-only emojis. Guys, you can join our membership on our homepage. You can find the button right next to subscribe, or you can join us at the link I'm sending on the chat. And please, guys, like this video. We have more than 4,000 viewers and just 500 likes. It takes just 1 second to like the video and you'll make us absolutely happy. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
And there it is to the moon, JMIA. I'm going to give you the win here in front of that 850 mark on that 8 breakout long. But I'm also going to answer something I saw in the chat. Someone asked how I had that top line on my chart in JMIA. We're all about transparency here. You actually can see my bid here in front of 8 as well. We're able to show our executions on our chart. We can also show where we have resting orders. So that was just a limit order I had in front of 850. To get out, and I still have a bid down there, and it's continuing to run here, guys. So I know a lot of you are looking at this name. It was a fantastic break. We didn't catch it off the double bottom. That could have given you a 750 entry, which is even better. But a win is a win, guys. You take them where you get them.
Yeah, and today we've just only got them. So not negative on anything today. Everything's been a win. It just keeps going for us as well. But we do have very, very light here. Actually, we're going to get out soon. NIO looks like this could be a loser if I take it out right now. But it's very, very small. I told you guys, not breaking 14. It breaks 14 and we get out. But we still are holding very, very small here at 14. As we continue the march for our water, I'm trying to get to 11 o'clock. So Hydration Nation, that's what we are, and we're going for it. So let's go, guys. Hydration Nation. What's up, Brendan?
Another name here, guys, with a pretty impressive move today. Roku, 8% today to the upside, 136 to 146. Bit of a pullback here for Roku. Another one that you can consider a stay-at-home type of stock, getting a little bit of an uptick. The market overall to the downside today. U.S. Supreme Court sending back a ruling to lower courts when it comes to Democrats trying to get their hands on Trump's financial records. So the Supreme Court basically saying, figure it out, you guys, we don't want to deal with it.
Figure it out. We need to figure it out on NIO here, guys. We are making it was that fake out to the downside. At least initially, that's what we're seeing here. But we never got a definitive breakthrough 14, and now we're back into this 1360 to 1370 chop zone. I liked 50 as the real pivot point. So the fact that it's trying to put in some higher lows above that, for at least in the short term, is going to be a bullish. I'm not going to be heavy short in this thing until we get a 1350 break. I feel like it's going to be a hard name to be chasing in this range here between 75 and 14. It could still be a long trade, but I'm got my order locked and loaded. We can't display stop orders, but I have one sitting here if we ever break 1350 to the short side on NIO. For the time being, that's going to be the only thing I'm looking at unless we get a break of that high at 1415.
Yeah, and I just did want to show you yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Here's Daniel Shea here on Twitter. Get right back to me. Thank you for that, Daniel. And yeah, she remembers when I talked about options on Space 3 days ago. She was on CNBC, which reminded me to message her. So, guys, if you want some of this action, follow me at Trader TV. Uh-oh, we almost did it, guys. We almost did it. 4,200. Who wants to be the 4,200th person? Message me if you are, and we'll show you up on there. But thank you, Daniel, for getting back to me here. And LNKCY, man, this is the pink sheet name. Luck and Coffee, we're 20 pennies in the money on this one. So good trade there, guys. Join me on Twitter. Ask me any questions. I can't get to them all during the show. Obviously, I have 4 positions on right now, so I'll do my best to get to you after. But fun times on social media.
Absolutely, and I just want to get back to Bed Bath & Beyond, which is continuing to do what we were sort of hoping would happen. I mean, I don't want to jump in too early on a beaten up name to grab the long on the base, guys, but you are putting in consistent lows or holding of those lows in front of 815, 820 or so, and it is trying to run back to the upside. So I am looking at 850 break. But I'm not going to wait too much longer here as we're trying to hold. I'm going to see if we can't take something in front of low of day. We're not paying too heavy of a price to get long in here in front of either that low or just simply that $8 even mark. I think there's a couple of ways that you can play this. I like the low of the day here at 8.15, so I'll grab some shares at 30 in front of it. I do like it still to add more in front of 8.50, so you might see me scalp some out in front of VWAP here and then jump back into a position a little bit larger in front of that 8.50 break. Lots of gap to fill, not necessarily endorsement of the beaten up name, but when you hold that bottom and I get an obvious area to risk only 15, 20 cents, to make at least 1, 2, 3x, depending on how much we add at 8.50. We're going to take our shot here long, Bed Bath and Beyond.
I wish I could add to this tweet because I want to send out another one because look at space. Who cares what option you have when you can get equities as well? 18.50 long, bang. 19 long, bang. L right there, 24. So the money just keeps on coming in. So yeah, we'll floss that one off. Guys, everything is just going nuts for me today. Another big day. No LFT. Already bigger than we were yesterday, and yesterday was pretty big. So yeah, here we go. It's piling up on the offer right now, but space to the moon, guys. We are just crushing the market today. No losers on. Well, we have at NIO right now. We've talked about that one, but again, no loss from top. So I'm not even looking at NIO. Let's hopefully that one can go up, and let's hope that space can keep going as well. What up, Brendan?
What a move. Yeah, space off to the races today. Veritone here, guys. VERI, 23%. Big move after market yesterday. They increased their current quarter guidance. Anytime you do that, you get a nice pop to the upside. Just broke 15 to the downside. Had been holding as a bit of support for Veritone VERI. Big time relative volume on this one as well, guys.
Watch out for ALT. It is now rounding out to the downside. First break of 20 was a bit of a fake out. It is looking to see if it can't do it again, and that's when I'm going to get back involved in this one. ALT, we did say if it held the higher end of consolidation, there would be a breakout through 23, but not if we do that below 20. Once that happens, I'm going to throw that out the window, at least in the short term. Watch for the 20 even break. We did get that Bed Bath & Beyond. I have not added to that position yet, but I'm looking at that entry in ALT. And just looking at this level 2, there is a little bit of liquidity at that 20 even. There it goes. I'll see if we can't. And where we get slipped to, 84. 16 cents worth of slippage. I guess that's not really that bad, to be honest with you. But we're now short side on ALT. Got to give it to about 20.50 or so with an area stop on that one. You saw how thin it can be on the level 2. That means if you have a hard stop at an even dollar, you're likely to get run very, very easily. But next stop to the downside around, I'd say 18.50. Just looking at about a 50% retrace from that consolidation in the morning and the 20 that we got the break. So ultimate target about 18.50 on this one.
Okay, good. Yeah, ALT, nice little name there. Space, that's why we cash out. We're holding 10% now. Let's see what does happen now to the downside. Oh, yeah, by the way, Luck and Coffee. Ciao. So we fall in a hole with that stock. The stock falls in a hole. I'm short. You can see we're short now, 30 pennies in the money on a $4 name. So that's a good little trade there happening for us. So yeah, NIO is sort of looking like a short now. So we're very, very light, watching for it to break to 64, and then we'll regroup. So that's what we're going to get out there. As here it comes down. Yeah, good call. Whoever just said that. I don't know who it was, but like Neil said, oh, there it is. Walter there. Good call. Looks like NIO is looking up for a short. So get ready for this one, guys. We are going to be blasting out of NIO very, very soon. And then regrouping and having a quick little look. I want to look at that alt stock too, Neil. I haven't even looked at that yet today. That should be a doozy for the downside as well. 1364 coming on NIO.
Yeah, just watch on that alt. The reason I don't like that hard stop at 2050 is just go back just go back to the previous session. You had that top at 66 or so. And then talk about having random stops on a thin stock at an even level. I don't love that at all. So you give it to that next level to the upside, and it's just going to be a little bit more reasonable. If you don't have the tolerance to give it, that 70, 80 cents or whatever it might end up being, then you don't necessarily have to trade this one. But we do think there's a decent chance we can get down to that 1850 mark. So I'm going to be short in front of 2050, but really my stop is going to be above that at this high. Top wick here, 2066.
Okay, I'm debating getting out of this Luck and Coffee here, guys. We'll wait to see, though, but it still is falling down. What's that low? 60, 64. I'll probably put a bid here, 62 or so, to get out of that one. Our NIO did fall down, so now we go short through 1360. We are not short yet, but that's what we'll do, and we'll give it a little bit of space. But the stock has not been great for me, probably up to 1380. There we go. So now we are short there on a hotkey, a pre-programmed, trailing stop there. Not trailing, actually. Didn't have any shares. Stop order. Going short now, 13.58, guys, on NIO. Let's see how far this one wants to go. Hopefully for the money this time.
Yeah, I get triggered out of ALT and triggered into NIO, and Bed Bath & Beyond is on the run. So only the two positions that we have, we're going to be watching. Bed Bath & Beyond, it is moving to the upside. Now remember, 850 is where we want to be adding to our position. You know what that's going to mean. I want to position myself so that I can take some off for that quick little scalp, and then to catch any kind of a pullback into that 830, because I'm going to be adding anyways at 850. So it's already a bit of a win here after suffering that beatdown on ALT. You know, I'm not going to win every single one of them, but Lemonade and ALT are bunk. And we're going to be doing a video a bit later from the man who gave me that term, actually, now that I mentioned it. And I might as well hit it for you guys here. We talked a little about the videos that we're doing, but the next thing we have coming up is that live stream at 1 o'clock, and it's going to be talking about how to make money by starting an office. Obviously, we have a trading floor behind us here, Day Trade the World. For anyone that's interested in that, you can learn a little bit about how that works and how you can be profitable. You know, the floor is not populated here, unfortunately, but at some point it will be again, and we cannot wait for that. Also can't wait to see what Brendan has for us. What do you got there, buddy?
New lows coming here, it looks like, on the overall market, guys. Ideanomics, another one that a week and a half ago had that big contract for electric vehicles over in China, moving towards day lows here. 145, 144 coming into play once again. Decent volume on IDEX. Huge move up yesterday. We went from 125 to 175, but giving back some of that today, down about 7% for IDEX, guys.
All right, IDEX. Okay, we'll have to look at that one. I haven't looked at that in a while, but yeah, NIO, guys, I'm going to give this to about 75 on the break. We actually did take some out. I said if it did flush a little bit, we would take some, and we did that because, look, I mean, we had to scalp it out. I mean, the same thing sort of happened here when we went long at 14. It stopped at 07 and then retraced down, and I got nervous and got out before bounce right back to the upside. So that could happen again here. But, you know, NIO, to me, NEO, hasn't been great. We have so many other winners on board here. We don't really need to focus on it. But look, I am shorted, so like you guys know, we always talk about the honesty here, and that's one of our biggest fans' favorites. We talk about that every time we have guest trader. They love that we're honest. So here we go. This is a trade that I have on right now, giving you the ins, giving you the outs. Now let's just see what happens here. Hopefully we can get a break to the downside. I mean, ultimately that's what we're looking for here on NIO through 1350. Hopefully that can happen, and then we'll ring that register, guys.
Yeah, so I did get that break, or at least that add to the position on Bed Bath & Beyond. Like I said, we get the 830 break. We take some in front of 850. We get out some in front of 850. We add on that little break of 850. Now I'm looking for the pullback. There's two ways you can play this. You can keep your original stop at low of day. You can move your stop up to this level here at 825. I think both those are reasonable. I'm going to try to give this one a little bit more room, so I'm not going to add to it until we get back to 8.25 and maintain the stop at 8.15 at low of day. If I was going to be more aggressive in adding on a pullback, I might tighten up the stop to limit your downside risk on that kind of an idea. So I did get an average price here of 8.49. You might see me add to that, and likely that will be down at about 8.30. So we'll get an 8.40 average price heading into low of the day, risking about a quarter, and then looking for the first leg out to be about that same quarter. So quick rundown of the math. I know for me, the more you do that when you have your rules, risk analysis, it might seem like it's quickly making those decisions, but you do it over and over again and you get a little bit better at it. That's why we're able to do it very, very fast and process it that way. So 8.75, first target out, 8.25, 8.30, a bit of an add, and 8.15 is my stop on Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond, a stock that's been rocking and rolling today. That's a good one. Not sure why we haven't looked at it, but we do have this one instead. We have Luckin Coffee right now. Moving to the downside, we just take a 50 break there. We'll wait to see what this wants to do now. Breaking through 40, obviously should have held all of these shares. It just continues to make that move down, but there goes Luckin Coffee. And by the way, NEO coming right back downside now. We take some out 57s. Our short is 58. I mean, this is not a great trade. We're just waiting for that to break through 50. The market should help it, though. We are waiting now with Brendan at the big screen with Sector Watch. Hit that out of the park again, Brendan.
Sean's very excited about Sector Watch. Let's have a look at the overall market. S&P 500, 0.65% now, guys, to the downside. Yeah, we're getting a little worse here. This group here, we talked about it, energy names really leading the market to the downside. Only real thing I saw on oil is record high COVID cases again in the U.S. today. Again, overall for the U.S. as a whole. So ongoing cases at record high pandemic levels, putting a little bit of a crunch as far as demand on oil. So oil prices coming back to the downside. All of these guys getting hit as a result. Hess leading the way there, 5.6%, FTI and VLO all about 5% to the downside. We also have utility and real estate stocks, a couple of smaller groups, but both of these very negative today. Material stocks also to the downside. WRK 4.3%, Mosaic there 3.2% to the downside. I want to talk about the banks here. Most of the banks on this side very negative. There are a few here that are offsetting in the diversified financials and insurance companies that are offsetting the weakness, but yeah, banks really leading the market to the downside. Consumer discretionary stocks were a little bit better to begin the day, but have really accelerated to the downside. Retailers all here. There's Gap, Kohl's, 5 and 6% to the downside. RCL 5.13. There's Win. There's Norwegian as well. CCL, what a trade that was at the open today. I can't believe I missed that. Straight to the downside, 3.8% for CCL on the short. eBay, though, standing out, the only one, 2.7% higher. MHK is down 14% today, leading this group. HBI, UA, and TPR all about 5% to the downside. Overall, yeah, we're accelerating 0.7% negative territory. Guys, back over to you.
NEO is unbelievably, it's just roller coaster action on NEO. It's initially short that we're making money on, then it's a long break, a couple of long breaks that we make money on, and then I did mention I was only looking for a breakdown below this little VWAP action at 60 and 50. To my word, I short both of these prices. I'm still looking to see if we can test that bottom. And you remember what happened yesterday when at this time of day, it did make a move to the downside, and I want to very quickly, if I can just sort of maybe keep it on the 1 minute so you guys can see a little bit better here. It's the same sort of action. It made this break at about the same time and gave you a bit of a flush. And then it retested back up to this 15 level and turned on a dime. That was a bigger move. So you don't want to get shaken out. So if you see us take some profit, and I don't want to speak for you, Sean, but I'm going to be taking profit on this little move in front of the quarter, because if it does make a retest to 14 even and can't break it, then that's where I'm going to jump in again. And I want to make sure I have the ability to profit it already and not be sitting on a large position if it retests 14 even, because you saw what happened yesterday. That was the better short in the afternoon.
Yeah, no, you're not speaking. I mean, I'm the same way. I just did scalp out. And remember when I said I had a losing trade? Nepa, no more. Chicken dinner right now for NEO, because look at this. We get out at 64, and then guess what comes out, guys? Put it on the board. You guys know what's going to happen. The big stick gets wielded here through 1360. We talked about that. Bang, 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 bang. And then we shorted again in here. You cannot see it, I don't think, but we do short again. Another trade through 1350. So yeah, everything gets cash money today. What a day. We are huge today. It's been a big one. Just, I think I need to up my share size here. Things are going so well. Bye-bye, NIO. We're still short at 48. Here comes 41s. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What's up, Brendan?
We're just talking about the cruise lines a little bit here. Airlines getting hit as well, guys. Delta here, 5% now to the downside. Apparently an internal memo found from the CEO suggesting that they're still seeing accelerating declines in demand, even at this point in the pandemic, guys.
We just actually did a video on the futures. We were talking about these ranges and range-bound trading. There is an NQ through the overnight bottom right now. So the NASDAQ futures are absolutely getting smashed here. But it's worth keeping in mind, only down 0.2% on the session. We had moved to the upside, so it's percentage-wise not a huge move. I know it looks crazy on the chart, but it's only about 80 handles or so. That being said, we are testing that low right now, so you got to watch out for your long positions and hold on to your shorts if you got them. And I, of course, mean your positions, not your actual shorts. But you want to probably hold on to those too, guys. Nikola, you guys are mentioning Nikola flushing. A lot of names are going to be going to the downside. And I wanted to get back very quickly to the cruise lines here, just because NCLH back down to about 1520 here. Bit of a note, there is a significant sort of area of chop that we're sitting in on the daily chart, guys, and sort of teetering by a bit of a thread in front of that 15 even area, but it also has to get through 14 quarter, which is a bigger level on Norwegian. So as much as it's a decent short through the even dollar, 14.25 actually an even more significant level on a break of NCLH.
Okay, guys, yeah, we're just taking some water, taking some everything right now. The big day just continues, man. Wow, for everything we've been doing today. No losing trades on at all today, and so that's worth celebrating for sure. So we'll hit a bang there. I'm exhausted, man. It's only, oh, wow, it's already 10:46. Didn't even have an idea that was the time. But okay, good trades here today, guys. I want to thank Daniel Shea for responding and talking to me here on Twitter as well. If you guys want to, don't forget, follow us here. Did I get 4,200? Did I get 4,200? Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. We'll say thank you to everybody there. I will answer all of your messages. So thanks for the follow there, guys, on that one. And was there any more comments here on Instagram about this? 89, 7 more comments. Let's see what they are here. Look like twins. Okay, not sure about that, but we'll see here. Absolute resemblance. Oh. Airplane Jane in the building here, guys, talking about drinking Corona. Yeah, that is Corona. I think it was four bottles for $5, something like that. I was with my family, so don't think that we drank those all ourselves. But shout out to Miss Airplane Jane. Hope all is well, and let me know about those dark prints.
A quick look at Roku, guys. A bit of an area at the top end here. It is still looking very, very strong, but you're seeing this 141 to 141.50-ish hold several times. It's really making a sort of a stand here as the market pulls back in. It's obviously one of the more I guess bullish plays today in terms of price action anyways, up 7%. But I'm looking to see if we cannot get back through 145. We hold a bit of a higher low, and that'll be enough impetus for me to jump into something to the south side. Frankly, if we're going to be continuing to test these bottoms, at least for daily on the NQ, I want to see if we can fill in some of these gaps to the upside, or at least runs to the upside. Roku could be a play here, but I really need to see it test 145. If it ever takes out the top in the afternoon, watch for a 146 break. If it's a consolidation here off VWAP, we've seen what those moves can be in the afternoon at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, and that would be a 145, 55, or a 146 break, whichever one you happen to like. Brendan, what do you have for us?
Just watching CBS here, guys. Another one to the downside. Yeah, very, very weak across the board at this point. But just bouncing off 61 a little bit. Big volume spike came in as we initially broke through 61, moving lower, looking like it might want to hold here a little bit on CBS, 3.2% already, guys.
I'm just checking back in on this silly solo stock, which, man, did I want to catch a break through the top if it ever could have taken it out? No, it did not. We're headed back southbound. It's still positive on the day, but by just hanging on by a third. It did break 470, which is that previous close. Do remember here that you look at the bounce that it made in yesterday's action. One of the reasons why I didn't like necessarily the breakdown as much. Now that we've actually taken out the low, you can start to think about shorting in front of 5 even. I was not going to do that earlier, but I am going to do that now. It's going to be a 5 even to the top end if we ever get back there. So now that the trend seems like it's firmly to the downside on solo, yeah, you're going to see it up 1%, but it is clearly a downward trending name so far today. Apologies to anyone that's bullish on it. I'm going to be shorting in front of $5.
Don't apologize. We all make.
I'm just joking here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We're all making our own decisions here, guys, and you know, keep it coming. I mean, we'd love for you to get member up if you're not a member, but that's okay if you haven't done that. We appreciate the subscription, guys. Hit the subscribe. Look, after the show, or wow, this is during 11:50. We'll go coming up here. The ever popular Brendan Wickens pointing to trade management. Look, yesterday's swing trade, we did have an issue with the video. We reposted it, but Brendan mentioned to me that it was one of our largest premiered videos. So we know you guys want swing trading. We did some work on this. There's more to come, but definitely check that out. We'll take that off, and then we're going to do coming up number 2. Today, our sponsor, Day Trade the World. We're using their platform. They open up offices. We're on one right now. Neil and I have owned an office in the past, managed offices, trained thousands of traders. Join us 1 p.m. if you're interested in that. Let's get that money for Day Trade the World and all of you guys as well. Good broker, good platform, everything. Just check it out, daytradetheworld.com.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to let you guys know here, if you see some sweat on my brow at some point, This is a fantastic shirt, but I got a couple of layers on just so I can sport it out for you guys. This is the fruit salad shirt for our good friend Sean Katina. If you want to have one of these, of course, if you've seen the flosses, you will be able to get that Brendan Goat shirt as well, which I think is a winner there. But I'm sporting the merchandise for you guys to be able to see. I think it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun here, and that's what we try to do. We try to have fun, but it is hot. Sitting in this puppy here.
Take it off, man.
I'm not taking it off yet. I'm not taking it off yet.
Take it off.
But someone was you guys were asking about JMIA, and it's interesting here. We had the breakout trade through $8, retest, bounce on a dime at 806 in front of that same 8 level. I think that's a good line in the sand for you there at 8 even if you want to take another stab at this one. But also maybe look out for a short. So kind of a reversal trade there. I'll jump in one time in front of 8 maybe for another long. See if it can't bounce a little bit here, maybe a third time. Otherwise, short through 8 even. Just make sure we got those locates, guys. Brendan, what do you have for us?
Big mover recently, guys. Netflix just popping up on the scanner here. 500 right on the nose coming into play at this point. Was a little bit of support and resistance throughout the day yesterday, but back to 500. We started the day up at 510 for Netflix, guys.
Netflix.
Brandon.
Yeah, that's a big stock, needless to say. That's been a good one for us, and we'll continue to keep trading that as we go. But Netflix, a big name there. You guys may want to look at that breaking through 500. We're still looking at Luck and Coffee here, trying to go to the downside even more. I don't know. We'll see. We just did hit that short. Can't get any right now. Very, very hard to get shares when you're trading the pink sheets. But we're going downside now on Luck and Coffee. I was just able to hit that a little bit. Oh, damn it. We're down to 419. Okay. Wow. Missed opportunity there for yours truly. But wow, big OTCX market there. Wow. Luck and Coffee just falling down here. Damn you, I had that short. We'll wait to see if we can't get it again, though, guys.
Yeah, and fresh low of the day there on Bed Bath & Beyond. So I will go with, I don't know, what key can I hit? We'll go flush down the toilet because I haven't hit that one yet. But we show you the winners, we show you the losers. I'll go back to BBBY. And one of the reasons I lingered talking a little bit about the structure of the trade was because if you're ever going to be taking a stock that's down 20% with a move like this on bad news and you're bottom picking, you always want to make sure when you're counter trend that you have a bit of a plan. And for me, it was going to be taking out the low of the day. And every now and then it's going to happen to you where you might make bottom wick. And if I end up making bottom wick on this one, I won't actually mind because I followed the plan to a T. You do take that long initially and you profit from it. And the reason why I take profits here, even though I wanted to catch more shares on the long side, is because of this exact reason. If I'm against the trend, I want to take profit as I'm going to lessen the load if I take a hit later. And that's going to be the idea that I work with. You can do it however you want, but that's going to save me money over the long term, and it works for me. And speaking of money, it's time for Money Talks. Let's go to Brendan Wickens at the big screen.
Hey guys, yeah, currency time. Let's have a look at FX World, see how things are shaping up today. We were talking yesterday about some US dollar strength coming back into play. Same story once again. So a lot of these to the downside so far. Today, euro down 0.3%. Our Canadian dollar back to 73.75 for the CAD. Was above 74 briefly yesterday, but back to the downside. We have British pound about flat. It was actually negative early on, but retook that 126 handle for the British pound. Both the Japanese yen and Swiss franc not doing a heck of a lot. Want to talk about cryptos a little bit. Bitcoin still in this range, but we got rejected up here at 9,400 once again today. It's been a significant level multiple times here. You can see a bit of a pivot, and so on and so forth. So 9,400 back into play. For Bitcoin, 9,400 down to 9,200, that range that it's been bouncing along in. Ethereum as well, full percent, 1.2% in fact, to the downside, 243. Everything else kind of muted today, pretty quiet on the economic data front outside of the weekly jobless claims numbers. We saw that come in a little teeny tiny bit better than expected, so US dollar to the upside today. Let's go back over to Sean.
Guys, I'm here. Okay, we're just still watching this Luck and Coffee fall down a little bit here. So it just broke through $4. We've been short this whole way, so we'll continue to see what happens here to the downside of Luck and Coffee. Yeah, wow. This really wants to go, Brendan. We'll see here. Down into the 60s. News on this, maybe, Brendan, not to put you, give you some more work here, but this does seem like it's falling out of control here. We did have big shorts up here. Wish we still held that, but now we're down 15+% on LK. So, Yeah, and it's still falling down here, guys. I only have 100 shares right now. We've rinsed some of these out, but it's just falling down. Luckin Coffee, formal LK. But we are making that money right now. It's a Chinese name, so we know that this is one of those to have a quick look at. But Luckin Coffee, wow. Why did we not hold this? Like, this is 100 shares, and it's like 30 pennies in the money. Like, I don't know. Luckin Coffee just keeps going downside here. We'll wait to see if you have any news on this. But right now, just free falling here.
Yeah, I'm just coming back from the bathroom and just seeing like that's a crazy move in Luckin Coffee.
Idea, yeah.
Certainly, I don't know that there is any news on it. Of course, if you're asking what exchange that's on, it's going to be on the pink sheets. And I know a treat there. I was going to answer you there. That guy is just on the Toronto Stock Exchange. It's a gold miner that's doing a cash buyout deal, much very similar to that NGHC. And for those of you that asked, the reason why I told you had a stock that was gapping up and was up over the last 2 days, and why there wasn't much of a bullish reason to be in it, was it is a $32 and $2.50 dividend cash deal. It's not going to move much. That's what I said. So it broke 34. Never had much runway past that. Now you're seeing some nice consolidation there. So unless you're willing to get in and out for big shares for very, very small wins, you guys don't want to touch it. It's just not going to be for any of you, I don't think. If you can profit from that style of trading, then go ahead and knock yourself out. I don't think it's for most of you guys there, but that's the reason behind some of those movers that are a little bit muted. NIO caught a bit of a reload and then got some out. And what I said, in this range, I will get in, I will get out over and over again because I want to take profits. And if it tests 14, yeah, I'm probably going to jam in there. You saw what happened last time, yesterday, when it made that same consolidation move and retested the next dollar up. It was a monster short, $2 move. Brendan, what do you got?
Yeah, nothing significant on Luckin that I can see as of today, guys. There was a couple of stories yesterday, but nothing that would accelerate any kind of downside move like that. Just saw Fitbit pop up here on a volume spike. Big move to the upside, 650. The European Union has agreed to look into the deal. Obviously, Google trying to buy Fitbit. So there is an antitrust probe now underway from the European Union into Google buying Fitbit. Guys.
Okay. Not a good sign there, but we'll wait to see how that goes. We were actually talking about Fitbit the other day, I think, and then wondering what was going on with that stock, because we do know that there is that European. There it goes. Okay, I mean, now Luckin Coffee is going back to the upside here, so we'll wait to see what happens on this one. Yeah, I don't know what this news is, guys, but Luckin Coffee just rocking and rolling today, needless to say. So we got to take some profits out here as we go. But nice to move to the upside here on Luckin Coffee. Congratulations, Greg, on that one. So yeah, we're moving to the upside now with Luckin, guys. So yeah, good trade there. I got to use the bathroom, but I can't stop trading here. It's Hydration Nation time today, guys. Big time going. It's 11 a.m. We're almost at that level. So let's just keep going to the upside here with LK, guys.
Yeah, I just don't think I'm having an issue with my charts on pink sheets. I would show you Luckin as well, but I'm not going to be able to do that. But I can show you what's happening in NIO. We talked about digging into this one. I will take profits all the way down. I've reloaded at 60. I've reloaded at 64. I've taken some out in front of 50. I'll take some out in front of 40. And the reason being is if it follows yesterday's pattern, we could see consolidation in this range. So as much as I'm going to hold a short in NIO, as long as it's below 14, I just want to position myself in case it makes that big time test up to 14 even, that I can load into shares in the 80s and 85 range, as opposed to just being short 50s and 60s. But it is that time of day. As great a winner as it's been, and as great a ride as Neil's been, I don't know why we trade anything else. Let's go see Valeria at the big screen and get a European update.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. Europe mostly in a negative territory today. Though Germany is leading up 0.76%, Russia is up 0.19%, Britain is down 1.08%, France is down 0.34%, and Spain is down 0.49%, while Airbus deliveries climbed 50% from May to June, though still the first half of the year marked as a 16-year low. That's all with Europe, and I'll keep you updated. Back to traders.
There goes Neil through 1340, so another leg out. We're short here at 64s. I will probably be all flat in front of 13 and then take a 13 break. I'll be getting more shares back in if we pop to 60, 64. Look, Neil's just been the gift a gift horse all morning long. Whether you were short off the open, reversing to the long side, and then going back into the short, as an active trader, this is basically what you're looking for when it does 130 million shares, giving you clean moves in either direction. But right now, it's all about sitting into this short and benefiting from this sort of free fall that we're seeing in the market. And yes, I know it's only about 140 handles, and we're only down 0.6. But it's not like we've had big sell-offs in the market recently, so it's been all upside. Today, we're headed southbound in NEO with the party. Brennan, what do you got?
Big 5 just popped back up on a scanner here, guys. 260, it looks like a bit of a level here. It's been down there twice and held, so a little bit of a volume spike came in there. The second time, we're trying to hold here at 260. If it does let go, again, long way down here still. We were below $2 yesterday for BGFE, guys.
Okay, yeah, we went long on Luck and Coffee and got out. And look at this thing ripping up. I hope you still have that one, Greg, as it's going there. So good trade there. Yeah, and look at NIO. We talked about that one as well, fading back down. I know, Neil, you have that one, so good trade there. I also have that short. That's 10 cents in the money. Not as good, I don't think, as you have there. So we'll wait to see if NIO wants to be the dream maker to the downside again like it was yesterday. Pretty light on it. I don't expect a huge trade to come from that, but we will wait to see if NIO wants to continue to move downside, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's the only thing I really have on that's going to be worth talking about that's moving. But a blast from the past here, IDEX is now down 10%. And again, this is one that I probably should have been on the radar. I know some of you are looking at this on a daily basis. It looks like it's going to be one of those sort of a situational downward trending names where you can play in front of a $1.50. And I think we can probably do that one all day long. It's not going to give you gigantic moves, but whenever it forms this sort of a pattern to the downside, I have found that it's been worth it in front of the pullbacks. You have a defined level you can play off of, and then you're just basically taking scalps. And if it gets to 1/4, that's absolutely fantastic. If it doesn't, you're not risking a heck of a lot when you're shorting about a $1.45, $1.46 in front of a 150 level. NEO, for me, I'm not doing anything else until we get down to 13/4 or come back up to 13.60 or so. As I say it, I get some shares out in front of that 25-30 area, and we continue the downward trend. So disco ball action on NEO. Even when I don't think it's going to do anything for me, the short just keeps on working out. Wowzers, NEO, I love you. You're the greatest. It's been a fun ride. I got to be honest with you here. Talking about NEO, we did anticipate similar action to yesterday. And if you ever see a setup that basically mirrors the day before, and it starts working for you, I mean, God, you got to take it all day long. Just got into JMIA in front of that 8 even, looking for the third bounce off that price. So I don't think it'll go as deep as we got it the first couple of times. Third time, not usually a charm when you have the same setup, guys.
Yeah, no, 3 bullets in the chamber there for that stock. So we're going to wait to see. Yeah, NIO still now 20 cents in the money, looking to go downside on that one. BFG still 85 cents in the money. We're going to drop that one if it gets above 275. So other than that, man, we're just rocking and rolling. Look at the futures, though. That's a puke central, guys. We did get out of our space, just to give you guys an idea, breaking through 75. We always trade off those even levels. Like there's a 25, there's a 19 even, there's 73s again. So that's how we trade it, guys. But here we go. Luck and Coffee moving around again there. I just missed a trade there on that. Damn it.
Yeah, and like I said for JMI, I want to remind everybody here, because I hadn't talked about it since we put that order in. It is a reversal for me if it ever breaks 8 even. Like, I'm taking this long trade, but like I said, it's a breakout through that price, a secondary break, a hold at 8 even. I'm going to reverse to the short. No questions about it on an 8 even break. And I'm not anticipating we're going to see 860, 870, 880 on JMIA, but it's a quick reverse here. Got to make sure you get those shorts in if you can get it. Certainly takes you to about 770 till next support. And then from there, it's a floodgates open up. I want to be a part of that ride. Brendan, what do you got?
Guys, we just saw that spike to the downside on the market there. It looks like World Health Organization, WHO, suggesting that the recent crowded spaces or spike in cases from crowded spaces having to do with the possibility of aerosol transmission, the exact words. So possibility of aerosol transmission of COVID-19 in addition to droplet transmission. They also said after that that obviously more research is going to be required into this, but that's the first time they've hinted at the possibility of aerosol transmission, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I heard about that. I mean, look, is that the WHO? Because, they've been giving a lot of false information from what I've been able to see. Sometimes it's good to wear a mask, other times it's not. So,
wear a mask.
I mean, really, yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know what the right thing to do is here. And if you guys do, then let us know, because it's just one of those things there with the WHO. But yeah, okay, Luck and Coffee now. I'm going to stop trading this thing. It's just a little too wild for me right now. Not really making any money, giving a whole bunch back there on Luck and Coffee. So let's wait to see. It probably wants to make a run again to $5. When that happens, then we'll look at this one again. But right now I'm stuck and I got to get out. And this is the problem with pink sheets. Look, you can't even punch out of your shares. So you got
guys, triggered short on 8 break of JMIA. So the long worked the first time. Second time, if you had it, fine. Third time is not a charm, but I did reverse short like I said I would. Also, NEO, I did get shares out there at 13, 14, so it's a 16. So almost a 50 penny winner, 48. We're splitting hairs at this point. So again, NEO just continues to be that nice little party. I would have loved if it actually gave that test at 14, because I think we could have really, really loaded up there. But who cares? If we're going to take out that bottom at 13 even at any point, we're going to take that break. We're now looking aggressively for a pullback. I only have 10% of my position left, so I'm only looking to take it off if we get a lower day break. And I'm only looking to add if we get a pullback into 50s and 60s, guys. So NEO looks pretty good. JMIA, which, this is the reason why I wanted to make sure that I reiterated exactly what the plan was going to be here, and that you could look at the short opportunity through 8 even. If it broke, you want the reversal. First level of chop around 775, 780, like we said. If it ever breaks that, you're looking to see if it can't retest that low. So as a man of my word, we take some shares off in front of that little bottom here, and then if we break this, I'm not adding to my position unless it's a pullback in and around VWAP, but we'll hold on to it, see if we get 750s and catch a 50-cent win that way, guys.
Yeah, good look. Always trying to catch wins, including NIO. We should probably put a bid out here to get some out. Neil, it just did drop below 1320 there, which was a nice little spot. We did get that low off the open, so more to come on that name. I'm sure of it for both of us. 137 million shares. I think it was 400 or 500 yesterday. Brendan was talking to me about the share size that yesterday on NIO, but good spot to get some out here. We are short 48 through that 50 level as well. We traded a little bit of Bitcoin if it loads up today. We are currently short 90s. It's trying to break through 80. This is just GBTC. It's not Bitcoin, but it's over there on the pink sheet.
Hey,
so.
Sorry, I want to, Callaway, I see you there, one of our longtime viewers here. We love when you guys are pointing out what I think are interesting things on the chart. So you're asking about, is there a consolidation or just a lack of interest in AIHS? Just looking back into yesterday's action, look what it did at the same time. Parabolic move up, a $1.50 pullback, and then holding from 10.50 to what time? 12.20. So right during lunchtime, it did a consolidation above this exact same price. There was a lot of chop. There was a failed breakout to the upside, and eventually a flush that gave you a nice little 25, 30-cent win. So you're probably going to be able to guess what I'm going to tell you I think you should do, or at least what I'm going to do anyways, is a 150 break. I'm shorting AIHS. I know I didn't get as big a win as I should have, but I told you the reasons why I took this one off in front of 175. It was a great short. I'm going to get back in on a 150 break if I can. Probably expect the same action that it gave yesterday. If we hold that throughout the afternoon, then you start thinking about upside trades. So if it does hold this through 1:30, 2 o'clock, and we're still above that 150 and never break it, look out for a 175 breakout to the upside on AIHS. Inside of the range, no moss. Brendan, what do you got?
One from yesterday, guys. NNBC, 9.7% today to the downside. Volume not the greatest on this. There was COVID-related news on this yesterday, if you remember. Huge gap to the upside. Just getting an alert here. We're right at day lows. So if we do get through that 785 area, a long way to go back to these levels, 7-ish. But volume, again, not the greatest on NNBC. One to look at possibly later on. Let's have a look at what is coming up later on this morning. We have another educational video coming your way. This one's really great. Trade management ideas on the swing trading side of things. A lot of concepts going to relate to intraday trading, but on the swing trading, higher time frame chat about trade management in our latest educational video coming your way in, what is it, about 40 minutes from now. Valeria will have the link for you. Also, our great sponsor here, Day Trade the World, at 1 p.m. We're going to have another informational session on how to make money opening a trade floor with Day Trade the World. Lots of great stuff in that hour as well. So join us at 1 p.m. for that. Going to be a good one, guys.
All right, yeah, I mean, look, if you do have any questions about Day Trade the World, check it out first, daytradetheworld.com, and then head over to the website, see what questions you may have. We do have an interesting format coming, question and answer type thing, so it should be exciting, needless to say. I mean, today, guys, has just been monstrous. We've been crushing every single thing. I do not have a red stock today, to be honest. BABA, BGFG, GBTC, Luckin, NEO, Space, and WBA, all destruction central for me today, including Walgreens Boots Alliance. We just did talk about that, but look at this one. Obviously, it's down near the bottoms. I mean, we just did have a nice little move down in the future. So any shorts really paid off today, Neil. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, and I just reloaded on that JMIA, so it gives you that profitability. If you get that little range that we keep talking about, that 25 cents, or whatever it ends up being on a break or reversal type trade, sometimes it's worth taking that scalp if you can, like I did in front of 80s, and then you can reload at 8 even, and that just allows you to be profitable. If it does one of those moves where it then retakes that high and you got to cover the trade at 810, 815, that's fine. You've already made some profit on the way down, and the reload allows you to expand your horizons, get more out in front of 780 while still maintaining that 750 target. So I haven't really changed anything except be a little bit more active on that trade in JMIA here. I still also have NEO. I haven't gotten the reload yet on NIO. It is starting to come back up to that 750. I mean, you're going to see in Sean's honor here, the perfect out there right at that bottom at 13.15. And again, you just sort of note there 13 even, a previous low at 13.07 off the open, probably going to try to make a higher low. That's exactly what it did. If you're trying to play a trend with pullbacks and adding back into a position, sometimes you have to anticipate those types of moves, take profit out, and then look for the reload. I'll probably take a little something here off the rollover at 50, but I'd rather dig in at 65, 70 if I can. Brendan, what do you got?
A little penny stock. Well, no longer a penny stock, but HHT just breaking $1 here on a huge volume spike, guys. Little Chinese education company, online education, teaming up with another company today in a new joint venture. So HHT, huge volume spike there, just broke $1. Neil.
As always, Brendan giving us the hot fire. That's what we do like. One name that we didn't talk about at all, and I don't know if we've talked about Macy's in a couple of days. Yes, it's under some pressure, down 5%. But I want to quickly jump to a different time frame to show you like a 10-minute chart and pull this one up for you. It's been very, very range bound. I just want to highlight this as it's heading towards this bottom. Just look every single time at about 6:35. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're trying to test it a 5th time in the last week or so. So just watch out for, normally I'd be saying to you, hey, just jump into the short if it breaks 6:35. But it's made moves off of this level every single time. I would actually be thinking about a bit of a long play in front of a 635 on Macy's. I know it's beaten up. I know it's been under pressure, but it's held it so well. It was one breakthrough that immediately snapped back. And if you kind of think of that on an intraday time frame, that would be what a failed break looks like, and then holding that level. So I might play inside of this range on Macy's, sort of taking longs in the low 40s in front of that 35 level, see if it can't retrace this one in the afternoon. At some point, it'll break it. Yes, fair enough. You can reverse to the short. But my initial look when I see that channel is just play the range. And if you can get 30, 40, 50 pennies out of it on a $6 stock, hey, why not? It's a pattern we've seen multiple days in a row, just looking at Macy's here, guys.
Yeah, Macy's. I mean, I actually did put an Instagram out the other day. I was at a retail store, and I flashed it over there on Instagram, and yeah, it was pretty dead. And I said, let's short Macy's. So yeah, good call there. Were you looking short or long, Neil? I just sat down.
I'm just looking at this channel. It's been in 635. I'll play it either direction. Like normally, I would only take the short break, right? That's usually would be my style. But I actually think here it's worth it. It keeps rubbing off that level and finding these nice little rebounds. Not on a ton of volume, but it's decent enough at 12 million today that I'll take a shot long with a reversal short.
Okay,
I believe. Oh, okay. I think we actually have Valeria here at the big screen, so let's throw it on to her.
Hey guys, so as you noticed, Neil is wearing our merch today, a fruit salad t-shirt. So I would like you to show how to order. So you go to our homepage, go to the store, and you click, and here's the huge shelf. We have a lot of different items, from mugs to beach towels, t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, everything. Guys, we also got a V-neck t-shirt for you because we heard your request. We also have t-shirts in black and in white. We have bank mug, tradertv.live mug. So let's go today for stickers. So you just click on the item you want to order. You choose the quantity, size. You can choose the sticker size also. You just click to add to cart, proceed to checkout, and that's it. Add rice to your place, and we would love you to post it on social media so we can repost that. And I promise you, with our merch, you'll be the coolest on the streets. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
Valeria, weren't you? Valeria yesterday was actually really funny. Talking about on Trader TV Live, Valeria was showing her shirt there as she was walking around Toronto with her own shirt on. So very, very, very famous you are now, Valeria. But we do have a bang mug, Neil. We do have one. That was purchased, right, Valeria? Someone purchased a bang mug.
No, I mean, I want one.
Oh, we want one. Yeah, we want one.
Look, I
Good
I got the Trader TV Live. That's great. We've had that one for a while now. I want the bang mug. So
yeah, me too. I want the bang mug too. And we're also talking about stickers. Well, we're going to be putting one bad boy on this one. I like the sticker thing. Put on the back of your phone as well. So even I have an order out for that. So Sticker Central coming through hopefully on that one. Thanks for the support, guys. And thanks for all of the merch for sure. But yeah, join us. Membership, merches, everything like that. The show's going to continue to be free, so you can continue to hopefully enjoy and watch us every day as we continue to rock and roll. Only 2 positions on for me. I was unable to get out of Neil down there at the 20s. I don't have many shares, so my bad. Was lazy on that one. Should have got out down here 13.20. That one completely obviously on me, as every trade is. So missed that one. We'll put some more bids a little bit lower. I'm feeling like I need to maybe get out now as momentum trying to turn on us, guys. We did stop out down here. I'm pretty sure, Neil, you got some out in the 30s, right? Or 20?
I actually got the last shares out at 13.16, so that was basically the absolute bottom. But I also just got back in, so I added to my position here by taking some in front of 50. My average price is going to sit at 13.55. Of course, I had 60s earlier, and again, I'm just going to be rinsing and repeating to the downside. If it puts in lower highs, I'm going to be playing all those little pops into VWAP into 13.75. If 13.75 goes, you might see me take it off, but that's because I really, really want to see if we test that 14 even. That's the pattern we're looking at from yesterday, and that was what it had to do before it made that gigantic move to the downside, testing 12 even, actually. Brendan Wiggins, my good friend, what do you got?
Just getting an alert, guys, once again on ALT. Altimmune just broke 22 again to the upside, so failed here initially, 22.25 area. Got a huge pull into 19.5, it looks like, and then all the way back up to 22. So we're back to 22 Altimmune again. They're teaming up with another company to work on COVID-19 treatments, not a vaccine, but treatments, guys.
Okay, treatments are pretty good as well. Ultimately, I'm 0 for 1 on that one. I'm not necessarily going to dump back into it. I'm going to stick to what is working. At this time of day, we talk about it over and over again, right? Like, Sean's taking the sip here. My hands aren't on the keys as actively as they might be. But that's because you take the trades that have the better setups, that certainly you don't want to be over trading. You want to stick with what has been working for you. That's why I'm going to be basically in and out of NEO for the greater part. I think of this last 45 minutes of the show. I'll take some profit out in front of 30 like I've been doing every single time. This allows me to hold for that low again. It also allows me to load back in if we get 50s to 60s. Basically just rinsing and repeating. JMIA, I want to get to this one. I'm also short this name. It tried to test VWAP, didn't break it, so we didn't actually retest that 18-15 area, so we're still good. Short here at 795. That's a reload, of course. We did take more. I'll get some out in front of 80s. I'll then hold for that 750 target that we're looking for. If it breaks 815, I'll be out of this short, but not necessarily done, because if 850 also holds, we're probably going to jump into that one at some point throughout the day, regardless of what happens to this trade.
Okay, we're back into luck and long here. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll take our luck on this one, long at 80 here. We'll just see if it wants to break this 82 guy. There's a little bit of a refresher here, so we'll wait to see if that one wants to happen. The only trade on now, guys, we did. Oh my God, Neil went down. Yes, we put our bids out there, Neil and Neo and everything today, and we do get hit there finally at 26. So no mistake that time on NIO. Good reload for you there. Nice trade for sure on that one. And Neo, again, with that volume, guys, never a dull moment on that name, as we'll just take some out there, 82. That might be a mistake here on Luck and Coffee, but we'll wait to see. There's some downside happening here. But Luck and Coffee, still no news, but we've been trading it today, and it's been pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we're just going to note here that NASDAQ futures are about to retest that low of the day. We just shot a video on the futures, and we're talking a little bit about it. We bring Arun to you. I know we missed him today. Certainly, maybe we'll get his thoughts on the chat. But I want to remind everybody that coming up a little bit later on, in about 30 minutes or so, we're going to be dropping I think it's our final one on swing trading here, and it's going to be on trade management when you are swing trading. So this has been a fantastic series. Do enjoy it. If you want us to cover other topics, hot topics that you think are going to be beneficial to you guys in the community, let us know in the comment section. Let us know here in the chat. Tweet at any one of us. It doesn't matter. We'll try to get to every one of those comments. Valeria does a fantastic job after the show, to be honest with you. But that's what's coming up. I hope you guys stay tuned for that when we do drop it. The educational series, we have fun doing it. I don't care what your level of experience is, quite frankly, guys. You can always learn something from any of these topics. And Neo, I can always learn something from playing the trend. And that sometimes, even though I only reloaded a couple times, it might look like it's aggressive here. I do feel like there were some missed opportunities in NIO. You're going to see some consolidation here at 1380. You're going to see this pop up to 14. I was talking about that 14, and then I don't take this trade. I don't take consolidation. When it's this active, 150 million shares, and you have the ability to be an active trader, you look for these little spots where it's like, why did I not add on? And I know why I didn't. I'm caught up in another stock here, and I'm not paying attention. I'm caught up in another stock when it broke VWAP here, and I get a small position without adding to it. Sometimes you got to stick to what's working, and I look at the number of stocks that I've traded today, and it's going to be over 10. And when Neil's doing this, no mas, not acceptable. Neil's going to be my best stock of the day, obviously, but it would be 2 or 3x if I was trading 3 or 4 symbols today, and Neil was the main one.
Well, that's part of it, right? That's kind of why we're sticking here with luck, and we've been doing well on it. So sometimes you got to stay on that same track. But whatever, I'm going to go to something else now anyways. Nicola right here, guys. I do like this break upside here, 56.50. I'd rather it kind of get in here, 56.75. So we'll wait to see. This is VWAP, guys, on the board here. So we do have VWAP and volume at the bottom. So value there. I mean, there we go again. Yeah, we do have the VWAP video up there, volume weighted average price as we go. Inside joke there, but 57.33 is up to that spot. I like to get it a little bit earlier. That's that top kind of right in here where we had some problems at 75. So we'll wait to see if Nicola wants to get there, but I am noticing this market absolutely falling down, guys. So don't be concerned that we're missing some of these shorts. I mean, sure, we've missed JP Morgan to the short side here. I don't even know why I'm invested in some of these banks here today. JP Morgan, I have bought that at some bottoms, but we're well back there. Look at this retracement back in JP Morgan, guys. We did touch 115, and since then it's been like tick, 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 tick all the way down. Look at the tech sector. I know NASDAQ made another all-time high before falling back down, but check out your boy Apple. Look at this chart. So straight to the upside there on Apple, but these stocks may be giving some back now. I don't know. We'll wait to see if it wants to go to the upside here. Apple for the win, maybe, if you're looking for anything long.
Yeah, just a bit of a buyer here on JMIA. I am short here. I did get a reload at 95, but I'm just sort of noting this guy here. Wasn't a buyer before, but 50,000 shares isn't necessarily insignificant. It's done 13.5 million on the day, so it could shoot right through. But for me, if I'm looking to get out in the low 80s, like I was earlier on this little, the first third of the trade would be a scalp. I'm just going to move my order and probably try to get out. If it does bounce off of 85, you'll see me tick out for some of my shares. A little bit shy of what my initial goal would have been. But if it does consolidate here, that at least frees me up to get shares at better prices, maybe short at 8 or 8.15 or 8.10, something in that range. But if that buyer gets chewed through, fantastic. That means I won't take anything out until it actually retests that low of the day at 770. Brendan has something for us.
Just double checking on AMD, guys. Just notice big time relative strength coming through on AMD. Don't see anything significant, but yeah, the market falling apart to the downside here. But look at AMD still up 2.8%, kind of hanging out here at 55, really not doing much, and on decent volume as well. So semiconductors still very strong, guys.
I think one of the things that we talked about this, and I don't know if we say this enough, what you want to do sometimes in a market move like this is identify a few names that do have some relative strength. So if you do catch a bit of a bottom here in the market and we start turning around, it's a big time reversal, that might be where you want to be playing in the afternoon. Something like an AMD here holding a key level around 55 as much as the market's going to the downside. This could be your run. If we hold VWAP here, maybe the market continues its move and makes some fresh lows without further retracement in AMD. That would be a place I'd look to go long. When we get that 1:30, 2 o'clock action where the market starts picking up again, I'd be all over that on an AMD, guys. So I did take some profit out on JMIA. And as much as it's been a nice little cash cow in either direction, I did have to take some out a little bit shy of our first target. And again, I gave you the reasons why. There is that still buyer in front of 87, or in front of at 785. So I took it out in front of that 85. Next leg down is where we stalled twice. Note this sort of double bottom here at 772 in front of 770. If it does test it again, I'll get some more shares out. Not a bad place to add on a breakdown if it takes 770, but I'm probably going to be more active shorting it in front of 8 in VWAP than taking that 770 short. The aggressive shorts will be over in NEO, where I think we have the better read.
Yeah, NEO's been a good one. Oh, wow. I know you've been on this one, or have you, Neil? Bed Bath & Beyond? We did talk about that, but holy, yeah, it was not, well, we were expecting this, but this is a little bit bigger than we thought. Downside, they're closing 200 stores. Bed Bath & Beyond continues to be pretty hella weak today, needless to say. Okay, AMD, thanks, Brendan, for that one. I was able to pick some shares up in my own account at $50 just a couple days ago. So, yeah, that's a nice move today, all the way to 56. It's right now on this VWAP, so this is a good potential here if anybody is looking to go long. I'd rather wait till it breaks this spot, 55.30 to the long side here on AMD. So we'll continue. And again, if you're just joining us for the first time, more charts. So we have up here 12-minute, 3-minute, 1-minute daily charts, the S&P 500, some more level 2s here, including the various stocks that we're trading, hot lists and whatnot. And then the main screen that you guys are seeing is this big guy right here where we do the trades. And then down here I have some more statistics, the chat and whatnot right here. And also, a big shout out here. We have our good luck Freddie the Frog here. And, it can be Fannie and Freddie for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. But right here, what's up to my daughter? Everyone knows that follows me on Instagram how important family is, or Twitter. And there we go. So we always post on that. So put that up. And I love you, my kids. And thank you again for the good luck charms. They've been working.
Oh, you know what? I just realized that I've been in this Macy's trade without updating you guys for... People can be tuning in and listening to certain parts. I did mention only one time what I was looking at with Macy's, and it's going to look like I just bottom picked off of this low of day. That's not entirely true. Certainly, I was looking more at a higher time frame, and you do see the 635. That's where my out's going to be. So it could break the low of day, and this is yesterday's low. This is today's low at 643, but I wouldn't take it out till 635 here. I'd actually be thinking about adding in front of that 35, which has held multiple sessions in a row. And again, I'm just looking to see if we can hang on to this one. I'm going to go short if it breaks 35 at any point, but I'll see if we can hang on to this, maybe just tick back to the upside. It's a long-range channel here that we're seeing, and I just want to take advantage of it while we're in that channel. So it's in the money right now, but I won't necessarily take anything off until it starts being 10, 15 cents, and then 20, 25, that kind of a range here, because I am, of course, risking right now about a dozen cents plus some slippage, although I would add to this position if I got a shot a little bit lower.
Okay, and we just talked about AMD, and the VWAP was right there, 54, 55, and it just shoots up there 20 pennies. So, okay, good little look there. I'm not long it, so we're just talking about it right now, but I'm going to go long, like we said, breaking through 55.30. So this is the one for us right now. I did want to check back in BABA, big winner today on BABA right here. 264 short, down here, 262 and change. We're going to wait to see if it takes out 259 here to the top side. The market's getting a little bit of energy here, so maybe that's something to look at on the longer term time frame here, including advanced micro devices. Guys, that's the one that we're looking at right now, in my opinion anyways. I think that's good. Relatively strong. Brendan brought that to our attention. NASDAQ fading through and also making new highs of the day. So let's see here what NASDAQ wants to do with this stock. AMD running things today. Was there news on AMD, Brendan? Sorry to bring that to you. I know we're going to throw it to you now anyways. What's up?
Yeah, nothing significant. Just a lot of relative strength in that sector today. They're getting to a point, guys, I think, where it's anything with the word antibiotic or virus or anything in that kind of category is getting attention now. OGEN, another antibiotic creator to the upside here, just broke $1 on a huge monster volume spike. No news on this one, but in that space of vaccine creation. So OGEN on the NYSE Exchange, 30% on huge volume, guys.
You know what? I feel like at this point, like we have some regulars here, and I thank you, all of you guys, for liking and subscribing. Continue to do that because maybe you'll join this little party in the chat here, literally reading my mind. I saw a couple of people say, Neil going up. Did you reload? Yeah, man, I'd already done that. I mean, I actually just took some shares there at 55 or 56 as everyone was talking about it. Now, keep in mind, we aren't testing these bottoms from the early morning. So we never got to 1306. The last time we got to 1316. It dipped down, we stopped at 1319. So we are putting in some higher lows on the way up here. And then my reload goes from 46, 47 to 56. And if it breaks 75, I don't want to have too big of a hit because it's 14 where I'd much rather dig in. You saw that yesterday. So as much as I'm taking every single pop and then being a little bit more pickier each time with that reload price and then taking some out for 10, 15 cent winners, whatever it is, hoping for that big flush, I am gearing up for what could be a real test of the top. And if that happens, guys, that's where we're going to jump in. It was a monster yesterday, and I was late to that party in the afternoon. I don't want to have the same thing happen. If history repeats itself, you want to have learned from that price action. Brennan, what do you got?
Moderna, guys, mRNA moving back to the upside in a hurry here. Monster volume spike came in as it broke back through 60. So we went below 60, coming back through. Dr. Fauci apparently saying today that Moderna's phase 3 going to be as soon as July on their vaccine for COVID-19, guys.
Okay, we're ringing the bell there because it's a new trade alert. We're into Nikola right now. So Nikola 56.68. We talked about that getting in through that break, through 50, looking at the 70 area now. Futures starting to come back up. We don't want to miss this. So we're banging it off already, guys. It's a nice little 20-penny winner. So catapult through. Look, we're not out yet. We're going to wait here somewhere in the 80s. When you see me get out, there it is. Bang! Nice little chicken dinner winner. 30 plus pennies. Let's go. We gave this one to you as well. Here's another 30-penny winner coming for you guys on this name, Nikola. Let's see what it wants to do to the top side. Breaking through 57 maybe. Nikola Motors getting some energy behind it right here, guys.
And I want to get back to AYRO. I got shaken out of this trade. Kind of ugly wick here at 655, but every once in a while, you're going to want to make sure you check back in on some of these hits because you take this little break. It never really tests this opening range area that you saw at about 665, and that'll give you an indication that maybe using that level wasn't the right idea. The trend was fantastic. It eventually went to my target. So as much as we control the loss on AYRO, and I can be happy with that it's a small hit, I don't love the fact that I was directionally right and then basically making what was only by 2 or 3 cents top wick of the entire morning move, and then it gives you your target range. So that's the kind of thing that you want to make sure you learn from here. I don't want to just chalk that up as an L and never look at it again, because from an overall call, it's going to end up being closer to right than it was wrong, and you have to ask yourself, how could I have benefited from that in future? And that's what I'm going to look at here with AYRO. Brendan, what do you got for us, buddy?
Guys, Valeria has the link for you officially. She's going to send it out there for you. It's ready. Grab the link, throw it in a tab, save it for later. 1 o'clock, coming up at 1 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to have a great discussion on Day Trade the World, our great sponsor here, and talk about making money and how to make money as part of opening a trading floor and a trading office. So Valeria has the link officially out there for you. Grab that link, guys. Get ready. 1 p.m. this afternoon. That will be coming up. Make sure you join us for that. Hit the like button and hit subscribe, guys. We've got to keep those subscribers coming. I want to get to 60,000, the next big number on the way, guys. We broke 56,000, but let's get to 60,000. Hit subscribe if you haven't already today, guys.
100.
Good job. Yeah, that'd be nice. 60,000. We'll take that for sure. Yeah, AMD. So Nikola Motors just dancing right now. We'll wait on that one. AMD. I did want to check back here as the futures do continue to fall. Looks like we got a good spot here, guys. And I know I think it was Chase has been pounding the table on AMD all day, and I understand that. And we did miss that big run up. Like I said, I'm long at 50 in my trading in my longer term account. So I would have loved to see that move happen and take it with us. You never want to trade your book, but if you know the stocks, that's a good one. AMD right here, 55.30. Looks like we're going to break, and then we'll be giddy up on that one, Neil.
Yeah, and apparently Solo is finally moving. I should go back and check in on it because I do still have some orders in Solo, and I've been waiting for some very specific things. A retest of 5 to short in front, a breakout at the high of day at 5:15 to be able to take it long. Neither of those have happened, but it's always worthwhile taking a check in because we are starting to form a bit of a test at 480, which could be just as significant of levels as the high. And you want to make sure you're exposed to the idea that you might take a short here in front of that VWAP as well. So as much as I like it in front of $5, not a bad play here, bouncing off of that 450 mark. But it is also time to get our European close update. Let's go to Valeria at the screen.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. European market is closed now and I would like to update you on the numbers. Britain is down 1.08%. Germany is up 0.76%. France is down 0.34%. Italy is down 0.93%. And Spain is down 0.49%. That's all with the Europe, and we'll get back to that tomorrow. Back to traders.
Okay, guys, the Scout Master's here, of course, so we switch our plays up, man. We've taken dollar winners. We've crushed it all over the place, but there's AMD, guys. Quickly in at 30, out at 39. Now let's wait to see what it does to the upside, but there we go again, guys. Absolutely no losing stocks today. I feel like I'm a Raptor or something showing you guys the 3-ball, but there we go. AMD straight to the upside. Nice little win there. Nikola Motors, guys. Bang, 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 out at 57. So there we go. WTF to you, electric vehicle space, as we continue to go upside now on Nikola Motors. Big win there, 11 cents. Let's go AMD right here. Hit the cowbell and let's just keep this party going, guys. Everything cash money today just keeps going upside here. A nice little 12-cent winner in 1 minute. We'll take that there side. Oh, and by the way, Big Five now breaking to the low side. Dollar winner on Big Five right now. 15 cents or so on AMD. Nikola Motors, we've already taken out 40, 50 cents, waiting for 57 to break. Guys, sorry that we stopped the show when we do, but we got to take some breaks. This has been a big one for us. I'd love to trade all day with you guys.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, we always try to leave with some ideas. We have some stuff that we're looking at in the afternoon. We know we're going to be putting on there. We'll tweet out the trades that we do make, and certainly, obviously, give you some things that we are watching. Like, I might be in this Macy's trade the entire day. I mean, I certainly speculate that if it continues the trend that it has with that 635 bottom, like I said, I'll add to it every time in front. I'll be scalping it on the way up. Ultimately, it hasn't really gotten too far past 7 even, so I'm not anticipating it's going to go through the high of the day. But if you're catching longs below 650 and then getting it out on the way up to 680, it's just going to be profit central for every day that Macy's holds this range. I want to take advantage of it while it's there. Not everything lasts forever, even though it seems like opportunities in NEO last forever. Once again, trying to roll over. I did take some shorts on the way up to 1375. Never quite got there. It stalled out at 68. When it comes down, as always, I'll take some out on a 1350 break. When it gets down to 30s and 40s, I'll probably take some more shares out on the way down. But it keeps on putting in these higher lows, which makes me think it is going to make that eventual test of 14. If there is a bigger flush like we saw in the afternoon, it might have to test 14 before it does it. I want to be positioned for both those eventualities, which means I'll be net short no matter what in front of 14, but I'll be taking profit all the way down and then jumping in if we do get a retest of that 14 even. But here comes 1350 right now. Once it breaks, we'll start taking profit once again, short in NIO.
Yeah, and hola, Advanced Micro Devices. So we say what's up to you. And right now, I told you guys this was the one that we're looking at. And here we go, AMD, nice little win there. Okay, Nikola, please break 57. And if we do, then it's a banger. Nikola right now, 56.68, guys. We don't show our P&L today, guys, but all I can do is tell you, follow me on Twitter. I post everything we can on there. Today's been an absolutely perfect day. I don't have a losing trade, and I have 300 fills today. So there you go, guys. You can see the P&L at the bottom, the per shares we're taking out. Thank you for everything today, guys. Join me on Twitter. You can post that. You want to send me any private messages, you could DM me, and I'll check those afterwards. Also on Instagram, we're all over that as well. But let's just keep going with Nikola. Hopefully that can go to the upside. I mean, let's just review today. There it is. 46 is out. Bang. We'll explode the money again. AMD. Grazie for that. So we just keep hitting it. Look, this is our trades today. AMD destroyed. Not destroyed, but took a nice little profit there. This is a $2.50 winner on Alibaba. This is still $1 in the money. Big trade alert on that one early and often. GBTC. We talked about that. Short out, short out, short out wins. Okay. Luck Luckin Coffee, absolutely destroyed today. I had nothing else to say about that one. NIO, you guys know short, we hold it, out. And then these are longs, out. That's a little bit of a problem. But then we short the crap out of it right here and make a lot of money on that play. Nicola, position pending, but you see what's been done there. I just gave that to you. Space, the final frontier, long and out. I mean, what other stocks do I have traded? Oh yeah, the biggest banger right here, Walgreens. So there we go. Well, how else do you want me to update this for you guys? That's what we've done today. Bang, bang, bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for 9, guys. My biggest day of the last 2 months is today. Welcome aboard. Let's keep this party rolling.
Just an update, guys. Got some more shares out there on Macy's. It's going to be a slow mover, but it's going to be a winning trade as long as we hold that bottom channel. It does set me up to take more shares and not wait for the low break. I can definitely take more now when we get to 650 as opposed to waiting for the low 640s. If it doesn't go there, my next stop up is in the 60s. We'll get out, and then the 70s, and then in front of the high of day, which is 686. If it does break the high, I will be all out of that trade. As I mentioned, of course, NIO, we are still in that short. And when it broke 50, we would take some shares out there, guys. So it has broken. We'll start our little run to the downside. And I'll probably be close to flat if we retest the quarters, but not all flat. I want to be net short. Hopefully the entire afternoon, if things go to plan. I'll never exit the short unless we break 13 and then head to those lows that we saw yesterday at 1250. And if you're just tuning in now, the reason why we're sort of doing this, or at least I'm having this bit of an approach here, is just looking at a 10 minutes, so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see the action of yesterday. At about the same time, it was doing the same move, $1 higher, consolidation, and then broke up testing 15. When it made the same consolidation move, this was the massive leg to the downside. It's doing the same thing here, and I know the executions make it hard to see. Test to the upside, come back down, consolidate, we go short. Consolidate, we go short. Eventually, it might test that 14 like it tested 15. If it does and holds, sometimes you just got to jam, and that'll be the reason we want to do that. I'm not saying it's going to $12 again. I would expect maybe to be a bit more muted, but a big win is a big win, regardless of how it comes in, guys. Got to pay attention to those patterns when you see them repeat themselves.
Hells to the yeah, big wins are big wins, and today that's what we've been doing, reeling that big stick, and we're just going to do this one more time because thank you to Rob. This is easily my most favorite little animation there. Bang, the money comes flying down. What up, B?
MOGU in New York, a fashion online retailer, just popping up on a volume scanner here. Broke $6, huge volume spike at $6 there. Was halted early on, guys. MOGU with some positive news today, but another one still doing some decent volume, guys.
We made fun of Mogu yesterday because I was like, hey, Greg, how come you're not trading Mogu? And then Mogu yesterday in the afternoon. Is that a NASDAQ stock?
It's on New York.
Okay, let me just call that chart up for you quickly here, guys, to talk about what we're talking about. And it's just a follow-through play. Like, damn it, Brandon, when are we going to do this, man? We got it. When we see things happening like crazy yesterday, this is what we're talking about. Mogu out of nowhere yesterday afternoon goes from 440 all the way up to $5. So that's a quick 10% move there. But Mogu, the name that it keeps on going, I guess, retailer. But if it's a retailer, then I do this to you. Don't like retailers right now. So Mogu, unless you're a Walmart or an Amazon, but those are not traditional retailers. We'll do a little more research on Mogu. So I don't want to give the thumbs down to Mogu. I don't know anything about it, but I do like the ticker.
I think the play that you're really looking at here is it had its parabolic move a couple of sessions ago. It's really the fact that on the gap back down the following day after that big move, it then holds the $4 level, which was where the volume breakout started. It was about at 380. So the fact that it holds above that level is probably the bullish reason for today's move. Although the volume is solid, it is a little bit lower than that original breakout. That's the level that you got to watch, though. It's 380 to 4 even. At some point, we'll have to check to make sure we have locates when it happens, and we're $2 away right now. But that's going to be the breakdown that I would be looking for as someone that wants to be shorted. 380 to 4 is probably going to be that spot, and then you get a nice little leg, probably about 10-15% before you get into some previous chop. That should be a nice win when it comes in, but we're well a ways away from that right now. I just like to set up and be able to learn from that in the future. That hold of 4 even wasn't insignificant nor random in yesterday's bottom.
Yeah, and here we go. Damn it. Luckin Coffee making that move to $4 again. It's going to be fun to get those. It's very hard to get shares there, so we tried to get them the whole way up and missed it. So that's on its way. Oh, let's talk about Walmart. We just talked about retailers there. Walmart, one of my favorite ones as well. I am personally long this one at exactly $100. So that was a good trade there. But Walmart, the last couple days, guys, let's call it the daily chart. That's the best way to see it. The daily chart on Walmart gives you that bump up yesterday. And that was a large super chat for our friend Brendan on that day because he gave us this around, I think it was like 120, 122, really early on that day when the Walmart news came out that they're going to try to battle Amazon. This is what I feel is going to happen if you battle Amazon, but we'll see if that's going to come into play there.
You come at the king, you better not miss. Yeah, that's the line right there. You better come correct. And look, if there's anybody that at least has a remote shot of digging into there, it's going to be Walmart because them, and I guess Target has some fulfillment capabilities with their physical locations, which Amazon, that's the only advantage they might have there. So they're going to take their shot, but like we said, don't miss. That's from Omar. Brendan, what do you got?
Hexo, guys, just noticed Hexo doing more volume in the U.S. It's a penny stock in the U.S., above $1 here in Toronto, but Hexo, 5% still. It's been obviously a lot higher than that. They got a medical marijuana license for Israel today. So Hexo up on that news, guys.
Okay, good news for Hexo there. Yeah, look, marijuana's obviously we don't need to talk about that. It's a hot spot, and there goes Luckin Coffee through $4, and that's what I'm talking about, guys. It's so hard to get shares on Luckin Coffee, so we'll wait to see. We just get some now, which means it's probably turning around. So we'll wait to see what that one wants to do. Basically, the big trade here is Nikola. We're still waiting to see if that can break through 57. And I think we have a good one on board right now. A long 56.68, already taken some off. We're going to try to give this one back through here, 55.50 or so, Neil.
I'm just noticing something here on Hexo. Brendan just brought it to our attention, but the volume is it's sort of dying out here in the New York. But look at this level at 73 here. It just cannot get past it. It's come off of its high, and it closed at 69 cents yesterday, then tried to make a run at $1 in the pre-market. Didn't quite get there, of course. And then now you're seeing a 73 bottom. I mean, there's going to be at least a potential reasonable trade here if it ever breaks 73. Maybe give you a couple cents, and you got to keep things in perspective, right? 75. Imagine it was a $7.50 stock. You'd be okay going to 770, 780. So as long as you size accordingly, I mean, the liquidity looks pretty good. It's not over the top for a penny stock, but it's okay. And I don't see a wall there at 73, so I'm assuming iceberg orders sitting at 73 holding it down. And if they break, might be worth a look there for Hexo through 73, but I'm not sure I like any other trade. Even the short, I mean, doesn't look like it has much room until you run into the low of the day. So look for a 73 break on Hexo whenever it does happen. Volume's okay, I might take a shot.
Yeah, Hexo's changing the game there in the marijuana space. You can read up on them, but we don't want to get into too much details about cannabis, but that's a good stock. Hexo's a good one. Well, I'm talking about not getting into too many details. Let's check out weed.to here. We'll go over there. And again, being with Day Trade the World, guys, you're able to trade all these different markets. Look how simple it is for me to call up TSX stocks there. And you can see now weed down 3.2%. So just another name in that cannabis space, and a decent one too. So this is the only one I advise as an investment, but that's my biggest position. I don't give any advice on there, but I like it. It's the strongest name. Acreage Farms they bought. We did have Red, White, and Bloom brands on before as well. So if you did want to go back and check out some of our past interviews, you'll get some more information on the cannabis space, and there's been some good ones as well. Oh, we had Peter Horvath, CEO of High Times magazine. So definitely. Oh, you know what? That's actually on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Let's see. Did we how many? 767. Thanks, guys. Let's refresh that. We got 800. Get me to 800. Come on, guys. I mean, we're 9 for 9 today. Where is that Peter Horvath? Oh, lemonade. Love lemonade. Here he is, right here. High Times magazine joined us. It was a big interview. We actually posted it up here, guys. So hey, Brendan. You know what? When are we going to hit the links again, my friend? Oh yeah, that's right. Next week, hopefully, we'll do that. But this was my most liked before me and my dad. So yeah, we're going to put up some more personal stuff. If you do want to see that, join us on Instagram for that. But yeah, we're going to try to go next week. But Greg is the man to beat there. So we'll wait to see what Greg's going to do to us on that day. But me and Brendan, I think we're pretty similar. I have a little less time, I think, on my hands. But Brendan continues to dominate the links like he does the news board as well. So should be fun. If you're a golfer, guys, let us know. Maybe invite us down one day.
if you can't guess what just happened when Neo went to 1360, then you haven't been paying attention. Yeah, I've reloaded once again. We've been taking every single one of these pops. You won't see me double dip like we did the last time on the way up. Why? Because each time, like I said, it's more and more shallow, the dip to the downside, which makes me anticipate that we're going to eventually break that 1375 and make a test of 14 even. That means you're a little bit less aggressive each time you shorted. You're a little bit less aggressive in how much you want to take in terms of the moves to the downside, profitability-wise. But you're still taking the wins as they come, and you're still saying that short. At least I'm still saying that short, I should say. And when we do make that test of 14, as long as we hold it, you're going to see me jump back into that trade once again, about 90 to 95 or so. Brendan, our good friend, what do you got?
I just noticed this Allied Esports back higher again today. It's come off, obviously, just 0.4 now, but was a lot higher in the pre-market on significant volume, 265, 270. Great level for this thing if you go out to a higher time frame, but big volume spike back to the downside. They launched a new Legends series, guys, for esports today. So that was the news on Allied Esports, guys.
Oh, Legend series. Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about esports, but yeah, they are popular. So I'll have a look at that. Also, ATVI, Activision Blizzard, is always seems to be making new all-time highs. So that could be another name on watch. I'm just watching here. I am long looking at 10 here, waiting to see if we can't get out here at 14. Like I said, liquidity sometimes can be an issue, but here we go, breaking through 14, so we get out of that one. Other than that, man, it's been a super fun day. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself here today. I know we have only 10 minutes left, and don't forget, well, actually, we just dropped it, right? We do have that new video coming out soon as well, so check that out on our board. Should be a fun one and an informative one, and I want to thank Simon Future, our guest yesterday, loving those videos. So big time guest. Yeah, you're right, Neil. That was a lot of fun yesterday with Simon Future.
And Mogu,
oh no, not Mogu.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but it's about to. It looks like it wants to test the high of the day here. So 615 looks like it could break. We just talked about this one 40 cents ago, I want to say, and we're about to break off the high of day on Mogu. So once again, Brendan bringing hot fire like he always does. We should just nickname him Super Hot Fire. That's his new name right there. I'm going to give it to you there, Brendan. 615 would be that break of the high. We did mention it at least briefly on the higher time frame that yes, it already made a move to 7 even before turning around. So if you're taking that break, certainly consider the fact that it could turn around or have some resistance up here at 685 in front of 7 even. But Mogu continuing to push. Brendan, what do you got?
Yeah, it's Mogu. It's obviously it's strong. Another one, guys, throwing their hat in the ring here as far as electric vehicles. Fisker said to be mulling over an IPO to go public. So Fisker, higher end cars, they're very fancy. But yeah, Fisker might IPO, guys.
Good for Fisker there. Yeah, good. We'll see, man. The EV space, like if I was an electric car company right now, you're damn right I'd be IPOing at some point very soon. Nikola off to the races there. I mean, that was VTIQ, a SPAC, so we'll wait to see on that one. But Fisker, yeah, let's pay attention to that. If that one comes on board, hello, we'll definitely be taking that one long, that's for sure. But if you do like electric vehicles, Nikola may be the stock for you. We continue to be long this name. It's right back to where we're long, man. It's now chopped up. So we need it to break through 57. I mean, I'm not going to take any out until we do that. We're going to wait, maybe some out here around VWAP. Actually, I think I have an order around there. I have an order at 57.30. So let's change that to ahead of VWAP here. That should be a good little out for us if that can come through. But right now, waiting for VWAP to break. AMD now, we still have that trade. Never's gone against us since we got long on this key spot. I guess it went down 5 cents against us, but right now, nice little trade happening there, 10, 12 cents in the money there. And then BGFG, we still have that stop order up here at 275.
Yeah, I just got that Macy's long in the money, and Neo's basically back to flat here. So it's ticked in the money, it's ticked out of the money. You're basically seeing not much movement. And look, it's 11.50, right? So one of the things we talked about is you get this consolidation. I showed you the chart from yesterday. Basically the same thing. You get consolidation around lunchtime. There was one test to the upside, which we're anticipating could happen, and we want to make sure we're sized accordingly because of that possibility. I don't want to say eventuality because I don't have a crystal ball. If it does go down from here, fantastic. We'll make a win. Maybe not as big as if it tests 14 and rolls over from there, but a win's going to be a win. I want to make an important note here because if I had too strong of, I think either of us had too strong of a bias today on NIO, there's no way it would have been as good a stock as it had been. It's been short and then long a couple times, and then I'll back to the short. So as much as I really, really did want this short in this range, we started out shorting 1360s. We were now shorting 1360s aggressively again. If we didn't flip to that long and then be willing to take it out at 14 and 14.15, we would have thrown away profits. We would have had too big of a short, would have maybe been stopped out and not had the confidence to get back in. You got to be a little bit flexible. I'm going to drop another line from the wire, guys. You got to have some flex to your game, otherwise you're going to get run over in this game of trading. And we're not going to talk about the other game that they do in the wire because we don't want to endorse that at all. But nice winner here over in Macy's. I'll have this one likely all day as long as things go to plan. It'll probably take all day long to get to the high of day just based on the pattern that we took this trade off of. Either way, a win is a win. They happen fast in Neo, they happen slow in Macy's. It doesn't matter. If you expand your horizons, you can have all different styles of trading, which we try to show you. And speaking of Neo, there it is, back below 1350. So again, taking 15, 20 cent wins on the way down. It just feels like, look, it's not that it's not easy. But sometimes if you notice a pattern, you just have to take advantage of it. And you're seeing here, just load up at 16, 60, 65, get out 45s, 50s, 15, 20 cent wins. Hold on for the bigger move. If it goes to 13, I'll still be short. If it breaks 13, I'll be adding. That's what it's all about, guys.
Yeah, only 5 minutes to go. Larry's dropped the link there. Check that out. I'll put it up. Well, we can put it up again. Why not? We're up on there. There we go. Understanding the keys of trade management when swing trading. So you can check that out. Click on that link, guys. It's a big part of what we do here is education. Obviously, you guys know that. I want to give a big thank you to everybody today, the production team. Thank you, Rob and Lucas. It's been obviously a banger day for everybody today. So that's a good one as we go. But yeah, right now, what is SPAQ? Oh, what? Brendan alert, SPAQ. Spartan Energy right now, just busting. Is it on Amex? Is it on New York? Let's go, Spartan. There it is. Look at this, guys. Big news. I don't know what the news is, but $10. Bang to the upside. There goes Spartan. So we'll find out about Spartan Energy Acquisition Corp. It's a SPAC, I guess. So
okay.
They're taking somebody over, I guess. But yeah, what's up, Brendan?
Yeah, that was right on cue. This is the Fisker thing, guys. Fisker looking at a reverse takeover, I guess, of Spartan Energy. So maybe a reverse takeover here. Yeah, in talks to go public using that Spartan Energy, guys.
So why do they want?
We remember what happened.
Symbol?
Yeah, we remember what happened here before. We saw this with Nikolai. Brain fart there, as we talk about the name all the time. But there you
Brain
go.
Fart,
we do know that this was a multi-day move in VTIQ when it was the same thing. So SPAC. Whatever we want to call it here, we'll call it SPAQ. I like SPAC, it's easier to say. Look for some support, look for some swing trading opportunities here, especially holding any of these halt levels. So forget about the 1080, you probably missed that boat. Certainly look to that 1180 on any kind of a pullback for me, and then breakout trades are going to be the name of the game in SPAC. But we only have 4 minutes to go, guys, in the show. We do still continue to trade. I'm going to be short Neo. We've given you a plan over and over again, and the same thing with Macy's, just so that you can continue to follow along and follow us both on Twitter. We'll keep tweeting out our charts. But we need to get to Valeria because this one cracked me up when I saw it on the board. And it's a reference that'll date me, but let's give it to Valeria so you can see what national day it is.
Hey guys, another amazing day together. Thank you very much for all of the support. Please tune in today at 1 p.m. to find out how to start a trading floor and why Premarket platform, the one we are using, might be the best for you. Day Trade the World representatives will join us to answer all of your questions. Guys, if you're not a subscriber yet, please hit the subscribe button now so you get notifications when we're back on air and you won't miss anything. And of course, like this video if you haven't yet. We need less than 100 likes to reach 1,000 likes. You will make us absolutely happy. Please hit the like and subscribe button now. I'll see you later. Oh my God, I forgot about National Day. Happy Sugar Cookie Day, everyone.
Sugar cookies. Sugar cookies. I am not a sugar cookie getter. I'm a trader. And if you don't know where that is from, you need to check out the greatest sketch show of all time. That, of course, is not SNL. It's the Chappelle Show. Look, I'm going to crack. That's why it was cracking me up. I know we are big fans of Chappelle, but it's a great sketch that they did do. I'm actually not a big fan of sugar cookies. I'm going to throw this one out here. I'm an oatmeal raisin cookie guy, and everyone here knows that I have a bit of a problem when it comes to eating them. I might have had 2 gigantic ones this week, unfortunately for my stomach. But either way, sugar cookies, no mas.
Guys, who took Spartan Energy?
I was just going to say, I'm more excited about that. Yeah, look at that headline down there. That's
you have it, Brendan?
That's pretty exciting, guys. If we get Fisker, can trade Fisker relatively soon as well. That's going to be huge opportunities.
Yeah, I hope you guys hit that. But the one thing that we didn't do was this today. Neil's wearing the shirt. But what day is it? It's always fruit salad time on the show. Today, it looks like we got a little bit more watermelon involved here today. So watermelon and cantaloupe and whatnot today. There's some Neil's favorite hitting kiwis in there.
Oh, yeah.
We both like mango, but mango not really too popular here. Obviously not overly grown in Canada. So, but right now, that's it. Fruit salad day. It's been a great day, needless to say, guys. Join us for that big, look at Spartan Energy. That one just rocking and rolling here to the top side. So, yeah, just want to bring that to everyone's attention. But fruit salad's been good today for me. We'll continue to rock and roll. Nicola Long, BFG, BG5, Big 5, BG.
That's why you say Big 5.
There, we knew we'd screw that up, but most importantly, guys, I'm really happy that Brendan brought the Fisker news and we were able to see this symbol. But right now, going to the upside. So if you want in on something pretty early there, do your research. But this is what Nicola did, and a few other companies with SPAC as well. So you're going to wait to SPAC is what it's called, but this symbol SPAQ. So we'll wait to see on that one. It's been a big day, guys, with only a minute left. Join us back at 1 p.m.
Yeah, if you guys like that action, as Sean said, we'll be back at 1 p.m. talking a little bit about day trade the world as well. We've been dropping it all day long. But more importantly, I think hit that subscribe if you haven't done that. Tuning in at 9 a.m. is a really important thing, I think. We go through our preparation every single morning. You get that watch list. You're part of the community. Everyone's sort of talking, trading, and what we're watching here. And that's an important part of the process. And if you're a sub, it's just going to be easier for you to make sure you don't miss out at that 9 a.m. to 9:30 action, which I think is very, very important. But we got to get out of here. Spark is going to be the big mover. Neo continues to be a big one for us as well. For the entire team down the line, Valeria doing a fantastic job. There's our little heart. Sean doing a great job, I think, hydrating all week. Got to keep that one up.
Yeah. We're at 1 p.m. Okay. Winner.
That's close to see. Now you're right on track. That's what it's all about. Hit that 1 p.m. action. Got to finish it before the end of the day. And Brendan Wickens, as always, giving you that monster winner today. He always gives winners and big stocks to watch, but Spark, a huge one today.
Roku, guys, 9% today. Yeah, Roku, another one. Just about to, actually it did make a new day high right then, guys.
And there he is. I mean, even on the way out,
slow down, Brendan.
A big shot there on Roku. I'm Neil Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live. We'll see you guys tomorrow.